good football team. They struggled a little bit against O'Gorman last week. Most of that was due to
scouting report on them.
No, Stevens has.
Wow, isn't that fortunate? The Twins get the win, and it's right on time. 6:40 is the time here at KWAT. Let's get to Aero Football. It's being brought to you by Glacial Lakes Orthopedics, McDonald's, and Tacker Plumbing and Heating, Prairie Lakes Healthcare System, Stony Brook Suites, Culligan, Human Service Agency, Watertown Healthy Youth, Active Heating, the South Dakota Attorney General's Office, Watertown Dental Care, and Perkins, Hometown Building Center, Kunkel Snyder Optometric Clinic, and Great Western Bank, and also Daniels Marine, Sharp Automotive, Dutch Boy Car Wash, Uptown Cleaners, Hy-Vee, The Blossom Shop, Lake Shop 20, Watertown Family Eye Care and Dental Center, Midwest Medical, Heilman Homes, and Brian's Glass and Door, Northwestern Mutual, Bill Keller, Bruggeman Insurance, Dairy Queen, and Compesca Lodge and Store. All great sponsors right here on KWAT Radio.
The purple and gold are coming your way. The Watertown Arrows are going to do it today.
All right, let's go to KWAT's Todd Anderson at the Watertown Stadium.
Thank you very much, Rod. It is a beautiful evening here at the Watertown Stadium, and it's a great night for high school football here tonight between Rapid City Stevens and Watertown. Parents' night here tonight, or senior night, I guess, is the best way to describe that. The band is here. They're out on the field, all spread out, ready to play as well. So we've got football at the Watertown Stadium. Coming up on the pregame show, we'll hear from Watertown head coach John Hodorf. We'll check in with our weather forecast, and it's a nice one. We'll check the starting lineups and get ready for football here tonight on KWAT. Live audio and video stream on our website at gowatertown.net. is brought to you by Sharp Automotive. We'll come back with Watertown head coach John Hodorf in 2 minutes.
At Great Western Bank, they know that champions play as one. One team with one goal. They know that champions don't just happen. They are built with determination and the right mix of coaching and teammates. You can count on Great Western Bank as a trustworthy teammate that will go the extra mile to help you win. To learn more, visit your nearest branch today and become part of a winning team. Great Western Bank, making life great. Member FDIC.
At Prairie Lakes, the collaboration and dedication of our talented team of healthcare professionals allows us to offer the specialty services of a major medical center while still providing personalized treatment right here at home. We are proud to be your regional leader, but more than that, we are proud to be your choice for quality healthcare. Prairie Lakes Healthcare System.
Your health, our mission. Uptown Cleaners will simplify your life with their dry cleaning and laundry service for shirts, suits, dresses, coats, blankets, bedspreads, comforters, and more, with drive-up-to-the-door convenience and same-day service, along with text or email notification when your items are ready for pickup. Uptown Cleaners really does make life easier for you. Uptown Cleaners, 123 5th Street Southeast on Highway 81. Call 882-4041. Uptown Cleaners, proud supporter of Aero Sports.
Considering buying or selling a timeshare, prices are low and travel may be limited right now. Before wiring or sending money to somebody who is selling or purchasing timeshares, research the company and the information you're being given. Never send money without receiving documentation of the terms and conditions of the offer. If the offer is contingent on you sending money right away, you should stop the transaction immediately and call the Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division, 800-300-1986, or email them at consumerhelp@state.sd.us. Don't get scammed.
Welcome back to the Watertown Stadium. Our coaches' comments are brought to you by the South Dakota Division of Consumer Protection. A little while ago, I had a chance to talk with Watertown head coach John Hodorf. Coach, Rapid City Stevens tonight. Tell me your scouting report on them.
Well, Stevens has a decent football team. They got a good quarterback. He can move. He runs really well. They have 4 returning offensive, defensive linemen, so they're pretty good up front. They're a good football team. They struggled a little bit against O'Gorman last week. Most of that was due to center's bad snaps, things like that. Just didn't go their way, but they're a better football team than what they showed last week.
New coach, new system.
Yeah, there's a lot of new things that they're doing, so they're probably going to add some things this week that we have not seen. So you just never know when you got a new coach, new system coming in.
Talk to me about offensively. They have 4 wide receivers. Do they like to throw the ball then?
They ended up throwing the ball a lot against O'Gorman because they got down so early. So we're not sure if they want to be a run-first team, if they want to be a pass-first team. I'm assuming they want to try to run the ball more than they throw it with the offensive linemen that they have back, but they weren't able to due to getting down 14, 21 points early. So they had to throw the ball a lot more last week.
What do we see defensively from them?
Defensively, they're a 3 front. They like to bring a lot of pressure. They have some big kids up front that are returning starters, and their DBs they're good athletes. I think they're all probably first-year varsity players, but they're still all good athletes.
After watching the tape from last week, what were you pleased with?
You know, our effort was really good last week. We did a lot of things right. We made some mistakes on special teams. We had a couple of opportunities to score offensively that we did not take advantage of. But overall, our effort was good, and there were things that we can fix, so that was a positive for us.
To get better each week, what have you worked on this week?
We just kept working on the basics of football. We went back to special teams and spent a lot of time on special teams trying to get better in that area. Worked on just fundamentals, trying to get better with tackling and try to get better with blocking and just basic things.
Physically doing okay after that first game?
Yeah, physically we're doing all right. We have a few guys out, but It's not due to injury, just due to other causes. So
Give me a couple of keys to beating Stevens here tonight.
beating Steve, we have to control the ball. We have to be able to run the football tonight. Our offensive line has a good night, then we're going to have a really good night.
Watertown head coach John Hodorf on the pregame show. Coach's comments brought to you by the South Dakota Division of Consumer Protection. We'll take a timeout. We'll continue with more from the Watertown Stadium in 2 minutes.
Today, this drink isn't just a drink. It might be the first McDonald's drink you're having at McDonald's again. It might be the first dose of caffeine you're having back at the regular time. Or it might just be the first drink you're having with your 3 closest friends, even if they're a little less close. Whatever this order is for you, McDonald's will be here to take it.
Enjoy an any-size, icy cold Dr. Pepper for just $1 and pair it with a quarter pounder with cheese or a double quarter pounder with cheese. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with combo meal.
Arriving soon at Daniels Marine, the new 2021 models of Ranger boats powered by Mercury Outboards. Now's the time to pre-order your new 2021 Mercury-powered Ranger aluminum, Ranger pontoons, and Ranger fiberglass boats. Early discounts available. So come see Daniels Marine for your next 2021 Ranger aluminum, Ranger pontoons, and Ranger fiberglass boats. Daniels Marine, South Dakota's only elite Mercury-powered Ranger dealer. West Highway 212 Watertown, online 24/7 at danielsmarine.com.
Midwest Medical believes that independence starts at home. This is Paul, and we are your local C-Act provider, which means we can offer accessibility solutions by modifying your home to meet your needs. We can increase the use, safety, and comfort of your home, all while increasing your independence. Midwest Medical offers assistive equipment like stair lifts, barrier-free showers, walk-in tubs, ramps, overhead lifts, and more. Call us at 882-4210 and let us help you stay in your home longer.
Midwest Medical, the name to know in home care.
Brian's Glass is a proud supporter of high school athletics and wishes all of the Watertown Arrows athletes good luck during the year. Brian's Glass can assist you with commercial and residential glass needs and is also able to assist you with your windshield needs. For all of your glass needs, contact Brian's Glass at 886-5328. That's Brian's Glass, 886-5328. And go Arrows!
Welcome back to the Watertown Stadium. It is a beautiful Friday night for high school football. Our weather and temperature of the game brought to you by Active Heating and Air Conditioning. And Rod Lenning back at the studios has a nice weather update. Rod?
Yeah, it is for this weekend. A little windy at times, low around 50, breezy tomorrow and 80. We do have a chance of rain tomorrow night, breezy, a low of 58. Pretty windy on Sunday with a high of 84, but then Monday, Labor Day, a good chance of rain with a high of 57. Chance of rain on Monday night down to 38, and a chance of rain on Tuesday and 52. But, Todd, on Tuesday night going into Wednesday morning, we could have some frost until we start to warm things up later in the week.
Kind of
right now out in Rapid City, they do have, let's see, sunny skies at 84 degrees here in Watertown. We're sunny and 77, but those northwest winds are kind of gusty. There could be some problems if they try to kick the football around.
Weather update and temperature of the game brought to you by Active Heating and Air Conditioning. Let's take a look at the starting lineups for tonight's matchup between Watertown and Rapid City Stevens, and it's brought to you by Glacial Lakes Orthopedics. Offensively for Stevens, up front they'll have Eli Hewitt, 6'1", 250 and a senior. Hayden Bentz, 6 foot 210 and a junior. Ben Goldie, 6'8", 281 and a junior. Spencer Pigman, 5'10", 220 and a senior. They run 4 wide receivers. Nate Swanson, 5'9", 160 and a junior. Alex Trukamoinen, 6'3", 175 and a junior. Julian Scott, 5'10", 155 and a sophomore. And Caden Nelson, 6'4", 200 and a junior. Running back is Uriah Glenn, 5'9", 185 and a junior. Jed Jensen is the quarterback. He's 6'1", 170 and a sophomore. For the Arrows, they will have Connor Wirches and Jonathan Torres up front. Linebackers are Cale Stevenson, Mac Johnson, Tyler Dean, and Ben Altoff. The defensive backs are Braxton Riefenberger and Devin Miles. The safeties are Mason Cordell and Dawson Swanson defensively for the Arrows tonight. Flip to the other side, line up front, Tyler Dean, Jonathan Torres, Jarrett Thiessen, and Peyton Johnson. The wide receivers are Colin Dingser, Dawson Schmidt, Cole Holden, and Trevin Rodden. Running back is Mac Young. The quarterback will be Cale Stevenson for the Watertown Arrows here tonight. Defensively, 3-4 look for the Rapid City Stevens Raiders. Up front, it's Javon McNabb, 6'1", 230, and a junior. Brandon Inman, 6'1", 190, and a junior. Ryan Brink, 6'2", 220, and a senior. The linebackers are Luke Cholis. He's 6'2", 200, and a junior. Luke Jagaris, 6'2", 175, and a junior. Joe Weber, 6 foot 200 and a senior, and Gavin Skinner, 6 foot 190 and a junior. The D-backs are Eli Oxner, 5'11", 175 and a junior. Miles Schmaltz, 6'1", 185 and a junior. Hayden Gebhardt, 6'1", 170 and a sophomore, and Carter Doney, 5'6", 160 and a sophomore. Starting lineups brought to you by Glacial Lakes Orthopedics. You're listening to Arrow Football on KWAT. Live audio and video stream on our website at gowatertown.net is brought to you by Sharp Automotive. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back with more from the Watertown Stadium in 2 minutes.
This is Dustin with Active Heating. Participation in extracurricular activities helps develop the skills necessary for tomorrow's leaders. Active Heating is always striving to be the best, just like the Arrows. Knowledge, trust, communication, and a relentless pursuit of a common goal are what make the Watertown Arrows and our team at Active Heating so great. Thanks, Arrows, for your hard work and determination and for getting active in our school and community.
This is Dr. Casey Johnson of Glacial Lakes Orthopedics in Watertown. My partners, Dr. Michael Venner and Dr. Jerry Reiber, and I would like to extend best wishes for safe and successful sports season for all of our area athletes. We are proud to continue to provide on-the-field and in-the-office sports medicine and orthopedic surgery services for all the Arrow and all Watertown area athletic programs. For an appointment today, call 882-2630 or go online and visit us at glaciallakes.orthopedics.com.
Oh, honey, everything okay?
Oh, yeah. Oh, better than okay. You should have seen it. Stopped for gas, then I saw it. Hunting, fishing, deli, snacks, coffee, and I ate, and it was like they had everything I wanted.
Slow down, cowboy. Where is this place?
Oh, come on, I'll show you. It's amazing.
Lake Stop 20 has just about everything you need. Fuel, snacks, beverages, even breakfast made with real fresh eggs. Lake Stop 20, located on Highway 20 in Watertown.
Let the team at Bruggeman Insurance in Watertown help you with your game plan. For over 50 years, the team at Bruggeman Insurance has been helping people make good, sound decisions when choosing health and life insurance, Medicare supplement and long-term care insurance, and executing a sound financial game plan. So call Vince or Carla or Bridget Rammel at Bruggeman Insurance today, 886-9043, or online, BruggemanInsurance.com. I want to remind you each and every time the Arrows score, you call 886-8444. Get registered. You could win a Dutch Boy soft cloth car wash. National Anthem is next. We'll pause. We'll be back in 2 minutes. To achieve great things, it takes a great team. Attacker Plumbing and Heating Andor Incorporated, they have the get it done and then some team of talented, passionate people who will get the job done right. The service techs and those behind the scenes work together to provide top-notch service that you've come to expect from Tacker Plumbing and Heating Andor Incorporated for over 60 years. The business that service built.
Call on the business that service built. Call Tacker.
This is Casey from Stony Brook Suites Assisted Living. We have a variety of suite layouts to suit your personal needs, from a comfortable studio suite all the way up to our 2-bedroom suites. We have just the room for you. We are proud to offer the largest suites in the area, providing the amount of space you desire. All of our suites and amenities are on one level, providing ease and peace of mind for family. Stop in today for a cup of coffee and a tour of our beautiful facility. We are located at 500 16th Avenue Northeast, or give us a call at 882-0013.
Life is sweet in Stony Brook Suites.
Hi, this is Christine from the Blossom Shop, and I'm inviting you down for our 7-year anniversary celebration. Stop on down Wednesday, September 16th for senior night, 4 to 7, and come in Thursday, September 17th from 10 to 7. Everybody's welcome. There will be prizes, giveaway, and cake. The Blossom Shop, 115 East Kemp.
The new fall blizzard menu is here at Dairy Queen on Highway 212 Watertown. Choose from pumpkin pie, Oreo mocha fudge snickerdoodle cookie dough, caramel apple pie, and the new pumpkin butter shake. Make it a meal with a honey barbecue chicken strip basket for only $6.79. Your favorite place to eat can be your favorite place to work. DQ still has a day shift position available. See Dairy Queen on Highway 212 Watertown for more information.
DQ, happy tastes good.
Welcome back to the Watertown Stadium. Again, a reminder each and every time the Arrows score, you call 886-8444. You could win a soft cloth Dutch Boy car wash. We'll announce that winner on the post-game show. Live audio and video stream on our website at gowatertown.net. Gowatertown.net. And you click on local sports Arrow video, and you're able to watch and listen to the ball game. For folks listening in Rapid City, welcome. It's a beautiful night here in eastern South Dakota. And if you were here, you would see that this is the only grass field that these AAA teams will play on during the course of the season. Sioux Falls schools don't play on grass. Harrisburg doesn't play on grass. Brandon doesn't play on grass. Aberdeen Central doesn't play on grass. You guys out west in Rapid City don't play on grass. This is it. This is the last AAA grass football field, and that is where the game is going to be played here this evening. Rapid City Stevens won the toss, and they deferred, so they will kick off, and Watertown will get the ball to start this football game here this evening. I'm Todd Anderson. I'll have the call of the ball game. Kurt Crawford back at the studios, takes care of all the technical things that we do on site and at the radio station. Nick Bentine on the streaming camera next door. And again, gowatertown.net, local sports. Click on Arrow Video. Make sure you do Arrow Video because there's Arrow Audio there too. Arrow Video, and you're able to watch and listen to the ball game that way as well. Opening kickoff being brought to you by Watertown Dental Care. Watertown Dental Care sponsoring the opening kickoff. Back deep to receive it for Watertown, Juven Hudson, and also back there with him is Devin Miles. Last week, Juven took 195 yards for a score against Sioux Falls Lincoln down at Howard Wood Field. Stevens will kick off to get this ball game underway here. And we are set to go. It'll be Carson Kurtenbach putting the leg to the football, and we'll be underway here tonight at the Watertown Stadium. A pretty big crowd on hand. Good following of Stevens fans across the way as well. The official's whistle has blown. The football is kicked. End over end coming down to Devin Miles at the 16, 20, 25. Around the left side, 30, 35. Hit there and thrown down just shy of the 35-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 Watertown. They'll start at their 34-yard line. Cale Stevenson is the quarterback. Arrows in their purple tops and black pants. Stevens in their white tops and blue pants. Set to go for the Watertown Arrows. It'll be Trevin Rodden wide to the right side, joined out here by Colin Dingser and also Cole Holden wide to the left side all by himself as Dawson Schmidt had a big game last week against Sioux Falls Lincoln. Shotgun formation for Cale Stevenson on 1st down. Cale awaits the snap, takes it. He'll give to his running back. Nothing doing there. Good surge, good rush on the play. Getting through there was Joe Weber to make the stop. Joe Weber, the linebacker, 6 foot 200 and a senior, the first man there. And he made the hit on the running back, Mac Young. It's a loss of a couple of yards, brings up a 2nd down and 12. 2nd and 12 for Watertown. Trips to the right, one to the left side. Shotgun formation. Arrow's got to slow down that rush for sure. K.L. Stevenson, shotgun, blitz coming, takes the snap, rolls to his right, looks downfield, throws underneath, got his man, but the ball hit the ground. It was intended there for Cole Holden. It was down around Cole's knees. He went down to get it, but the ball hit the ground, incomplete. It'll be 3rd down and 12 for Watertown. Ball at the 33-yard line, their own. Just underway here. Hard to see the scoreboard with the bright sunshine. Trips right for Watertown. Dawson Schmidt wide to the left side, short side of the field. 3 down linemen, 4 linebackers. They like to blitz. Linebackers cheating up. Here they come. Arrows don't pick it up. Ball knocked loose. It's a fumble picked up by Stevens, and they will have the football. Recovering the fumble for the Stevens Raiders was Javon McNabb. Javon McNabb made the recovery of the hit that got the ball jarred loose. It'll be 1st and 10, Stevens at Watertown's 18-yard line. Good rush around the right side. The Arrow running back could not pick up that rush. It was a blindside hit on the quarterback that jarred the ball loose. 4 receivers to the right side for Jed Jensen on 1st down. Running back behind him. Jensen awaits the snap, takes it straight back to pass. Looks across the middle, threw it behind his intended receiver, and that was Cade Nelson across the middle. Nelson 6'4", 200 and a junior, but the ball behind him incomplete. 2nd down and 10 for Stevens, 18-yard line of the Watertown Arrows. Uriah Glenn, the running back, Julian Scott, Nate Swanson, Alex Trokamoinen, and Caden Nelson, the wide receivers. 3 to the right side, 1 to the left side. Out here to the left is Caden Nelson. Running back behind the quarterback, Jed Jensen, on 2nd down and 10. Takes the snap, straight drop back. Gets a rush, now steps around the rush, puts on the good run, dives inside the 15, down to about the 14-yard line. Gain of about 4 on the play for the quarterback, Jed Jensen, and now where his knee went down was the 15, so we'll give him 3 yards. It'll be 3rd down and 7 for Stevens from that point. 10:40 to go first quarter, no score. Stevens trying to turn a turnover into points. 2 receivers either side for Stevens. Jensen has a running back, Glenn, directly behind him. 5 yards deep in the shotgun. Takes the snap, straight back to pass. Sets, throws it underneath, and almost intercepted by the Arrows. The ball intended for Caden Nelson. Good coverage there by Dingzer for Watertown. Colin Dingzer almost picked that ball off. It'll be 4th down for Stevens, and they bring their kicker out. And that kicker is Carson Kurtenbach. This will be a 32-yard field goal try from the left hash mark. Snaps high, sets down, kick is up way short, and it will be no good. So we have 10:15 to go first quarter, no score. We'll take a break. We'll come back with more in 30 seconds. Watertown with the football after the missed field goal, and the Arrows line up with 2 receivers either side, running back behind the quarterback. Blitz linebackers showing around the ends. Caden has Dingzer in motion, takes the snap. Gives over his running back, Mac Young. He'll get a yard on the carry. Mac Young gets 1 yard on the carry over the right side. And it'll be 2nd down and 9. Juven Hudson, the freshman, in there at running back. So 2nd down and 9 for the Arrows, 21-yard line. Dawson Schmidt wide to the right side, 2 out here, 2 to the far side as well. Juven Hudson behind Cale Stevenson. Cale takes the snap. Pressured again, hit as he throws it, and overshoots his intended receiver. And then getting hit out of bounds on the play was Dingzer. Coach very upset with the play and the fans down in front as Dingzer got hit way out of bounds, but no flags came out. So it'll be incomplete. And Watertown will have it 3rd down and 9 at the 21-yard line is where they will have it. The Arrows got to do a better job of protecting the blind side of Cale Stevenson. He got hit as he threw that one again. Blitzing linebacker coming around the right side. Cale takes the snap, rolls to his left, sets, comes back across the middle to Dawson. It's up for grabs. Dawson makes the catch, 50-yard line. That'll be a 29-yard catch for Dawson Schmidt as he went up and took it away from the D-back. It'll be 1st and 10 Arrows at the 50-yard line. Throwing that ball up for grabs that time, and Dawson was the taller of the 2 players and able to go up and get it. 1st and 10 Arrows midfield, 2 receivers either side. Cale Stevenson running back behind him. He's going to keep it himself, go left. He's got some running room, 45. He's to the 40, dives down to the 38-yard line. Cale Stevenson with 12 yards on the carry, and that'll bring up a 1st and 10 for the Watertown Arrows. They'll have it 1st and 10, 38-yard line of the Stevens Raiders. 5th play of the drive started on Watertown's 20-yard line. 1st and 10, Watertown at the 38 of Stevens. 2 receivers either side. Hudson behind the quarterback, Cale Stevenson. Dingzer the slot here on the right side. Man in motion, gets the handoff, turns it upfield, not much there. Gets down to the 36-yard line. Devin Miles on the carry, got a couple of yards. Whistle and an equipment timeout as out of the ball game for the Arrows goes Cole Holden, and into the ball game comes Jared Cyrus. Holden with equipment problem, maybe. 2 receivers either side for Watertown. 2nd down and 9. Cale Stevenson looks over the defense, awaits the snap, takes it. Moving too quickly was the running back. Cale going to be sacked, and that'll be all the way back at the 45-yard line. They will refuse that penalty. If they have the option to refuse it, they will refuse it. There's a flag back behind the play as well, so I don't know if there was a face mask. Yeah, so offsetting penalties. There was illegal procedure against Watertown and a face mask against Stevens, so that goes... Those 2 penalties cancel each other out, so it'll be 2nd down and 9 as they replay the down. 2nd and 9 for the Arrows. 2 receivers to the right side, 2 receivers to the left side. Running back is Hudson behind the quarterback, Cale Stevenson. 2nd down and 9, 37-yard line of Stevens. Cale takes the snap, sets. Now he's going to keep it himself. 35, bounces outside, inside the 30, breaks a tackle down around the 20-yard line. Gain of 17 on the carry for Cale Stevenson. And that will bring up a 1st and 10 for Watertown down around the 20-yard line. West end of the stadium, going into the gravel infield on the west end of the stadium. 2 receivers right short side, 2 receivers left. Hudson behind Cale Stevenson. Kale with a couple of good runs on this drive. Awaits the snap from center, has a man in motion left to right. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff. Back to pass, now pressured, sacked, and gets bent back when he got sacked. Kale's up okay. Bringing him down on the play was Brandon Inman. That'll be a sack and a loss of 3. Brings up a 2nd down and 13 for Watertown. Brandon Inman, 6'1", 190, and a junior, got the sack that time. Stevens blitzes those. They have 3 down linemen, a nose guard, 2 D tackles, and then they blitz linebackers from all different directions. Cale Stevenson on a 2nd down and 13. Wants his man in motion to come right to left. He does. Fakes the handoff. Keeps it himself. Rolls right. Flips it to Dawson, but overshot Dawson Schmidt. Dawson made an inside move and then went to the corner. He was behind the defenders, but Cale kind of had to throw that ball too quickly and threw it over Dawson, incomplete. So it'll be 3rd down and 13 for the Watertown Arrows. The ball at the 23-yard line, west end of the infield here. Watertown lines up with 2 receivers to the right side, 2 receivers to the left side. Got to give Cale some extra time. Safety cheating over to double cover Dawson. Cale fumbled the ball, picked up by Hudson. Hudson runs left. Hudson tries to go outside, caught and brought down. Nice open field tackle by Gavin Skinner on the play. Gavin Skinner made a nice open field tackle. Gain of a couple of yards brings up a 4th down and 11 for Watertown. The Arrows are going to go 4th down and 11 here. 21-yard line. You got to believe they're going to throw it in the corner of the end zone for Dawson. And he'll be covered out here by Eli Oxner. Dawson's got about 6 inches on Eli. Tight coverage. Cale needs time to throw the ball. 4th and 11, back to pass, and they do just exactly what I said, but the ball flutters and goes incomplete. And it'll be over on downs. Exactly what I thought they would do, they did, but when Cale threw the ball, it just kind of wobbled like a wounded duck in the air and came up good coverage by Oxner to knock it away. 1st and 10, Stevens. They take over on their 21-yard line. So the Raiders have it 1st and 10, 21. We have 5:20 to go, 1st quarter, no score in the football game. Stevens breaks their huddle, and they come with 2 receivers to the left side, 1 on the right side, a wing back on the right side. Jed Jensen has a man in motion left to right, overloading the right side, dropped the ball, picked it up, gave it to his running back. That play didn't have a chance, as getting in there to make the stop for the Arrows was Connor Wirches. And when that ball was fumbled, it didn't have a chance, and it went backwards 5 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 15. Winches in on the tackle that time. Connor Wirches, I should say. Connor Wirches made the tackle. It'll be 2nd down and 15 for Stevens. The ball back just inside the 15-yard line, their own. 2 receivers to the left, 2 receivers to the right side. In the gravel infield, Jensen stands at the 10-yard line, takes the snap, back to pass, throws it out, wide receiver screen, popped up in the air and goes incomplete. A penalty flag came out as well. And we'll see what the penalty call is going to be. If the Arrow defender made contact too quick when the ball was in the air, nope, it's going to be offensive pass interference. I would guess the Arrows will decline this penalty because it'll either be 3rd and 15 or it would be half the distance to the goal and make it 2nd and 20. Second penalty of the first half, and the Arrows decline it. So it'll be 3rd down and 15 for Stevens. It was a wide receiver screen that time. The Arrows read it well and defended it well. Out here on the right side, coverage was Colin Dingser, and he did a good job. So it's 3rd down and 15 for Jed Jensen. Shotgun formation, takes the snap. Back to pass. He's pressured. He runs right. He's hit towards the goal line. I don't believe he went in the end zone, or did he? Did they say safety? They did. It was a safety. So the Arrows get the sack in the end zone, and that'll be a safety. And Watertown goes on top by a score of 2-0. Good pressure by the interior line of the Arrows. Tyler Dean got in on the play that time. So the Arrows lead 2-0 on that safety. And Stevens will put the ball in play from their 20-yard line. So the Arrows will get excellent field position here and have a chance to put some more points on the board. We have 4:21 to go in the opening quarter of play. It's 2-0 in favor of Watertown. Stevens will put the ball in play from the 20-yard line, and they will do it with the kicker from the 20-yard line. Now his kick from the 40-yard line was 10, 20, 30, maybe 40 yards. So if he kicks from the 20 here, 10, 20, 30, 40 yards, the Arrows will get really good position. The Arrows are short a player on the field, and now they get that player out there quickly. Kurtenbach will kick it from the 20-yard line. Arrows should get great field position here. Kurtenbach awaits the official's whistle and now receives it. He will approach the football here and put the leg to it at the 20. Kicks it, end over end kick, going to be fielded at the 38 by Miles. To the 45, goes right, breaks the tackle, going to step back around the 50 and be pushed out of bounds at the 39-yard line. In on the tackle, and there's a flag on the far side of the field. Luke Cholis made the tackle. The flag is down at the 49-yard line. So we'll see what the penalty is here. Holding against Watertown. So instead of the 49, it'll go back to the 39-yard line. Watertown will start 1st and 10. They'll put it at the 39.5-yard line. 4:15 to go in the opening quarter. It's 2-0 Watertown. The Arrows will line up with Dawson Schmidt wide to the right side. 3 receivers wide to the left side. Cale Stevenson has Mac Young behind him this possession. Here comes the blitz. Straight up the middle. Flipped it in the flat. Mac Young dropped the ball. It was thrown behind him, but they called it an incomplete pass. Cale had to really get rid of that ball quick as the blitzing linebacker up the middle came untouched, and Cale barely got that ball off. 4:09 to go first quarter, 2-0 Watertown. 2nd down and 10 for the Arrows, just shy of the 40-yard line. Trips to the left side for Watertown, 1 receiver to the right side for the Watertown Arrows. Cale Stevenson with Mac Young behind him. Linebacker coming up the middle again, 2 of them. Pull out by Cale Stevenson. Nice fake, 45-50. Cale into Stevens territory to the 44-yard line. 10, 16, 17 yards for Cale Stevenson. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Watertown Arrows on a 16-yard gain by Cale Stevenson. Nice fake that time to Mac Young, and then he pulled it out and went around the left side. 1st and 10 Arrows, 43-yard line of the Raiders. Trips left, 1 receiver to the right side. Kind of double coverage with a safety cheating over here on Dawson Schmidt. Blitz coming hard again. Give us to the running back, Mac Young. He goes forward. Nice gain for Mac Young. Gain of 4 or 5 on the carry. Looks like it's a 5-yard gain. Gavin Skinner, the linebacker, making the tackle. We are down under 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. 2-0 Arrows. Watertown lines up with 3 left, 1 to the right side. Kale, quick count. Kale awaits the snap, takes it. He's going to keep it himself, follows his running back. He is hit there by Luke Cholis. Luke Cholis in on the tackle after a short game. Gain of a couple of yards brings up a 3rd down and 2 for Watertown. Ball at the 35-yard line. Arrows line up with a wide receiver right. Nobody covering him, and now they come out with double team on Dawson and now single coverage on Dawson. Kale going to give to Mac Young straight ahead. Mac's going to get inside the 35 to the 33 before he's turned back. That'll be very close to a 1st down. We'll see where they spot it. Linebacker Joel Weber on the tackle. And it'll bring up a 4th down and short as they spotted it at the 34-yard line. Got to get the 33. 2-0 Watertown, 3:20 to go in the opening quarter. So it's 4th down and less than a yard. Cale Stevenson, shotgun formation. Cale gets the snap, fakes the handoff. Nope, he gives it to Mac Young, and no doing there. Goes backwards. In on the tackle that time for Stevens was 32 Matthew Moyes. And that'll be a loss of a couple of yards, and the 2nd time the Arrows turn the ball over on downs. So it'll be 1st and 10, Stevens. They'll take the football at the 36-yard line of Rapid City. And they send a wide receiver to the near side. That's Caden Nelson. Slot on the left, 2 receivers right as well. Shotgun for Jed Jensen. Jensen takes the snap, turns, nobody there. He's going to scramble. He's going to run right, hit from behind. Holding call going to be thrown in here as well. Spencer Pigman going to get called for holding. Jensen on the carry. It'll be a hold, and that is on Spencer Pigman. And the reason I know that is they threw the flag right on his back. And so that'll cost Stevens 10 yards. There was no gain on the play, but the Arrows will take that penalty. And that is a 10-yard loss for Stevens. And it'll bring up a 1st and 20 for the Stevens Raiders. 1st and 20 for Stevens at the 26-yard line. I think it's under 2 minutes on the clock. It's hard to see because of the glare of the sun. 2 receivers either way for Jed Jensen, sophomore quarterback, running back behind him. 1st and 20. Jensen takes the snap, fakes the handoff, now gives the handoff. Running back Glenn will get across the 26, maybe to the 27, 28-yard line. Gain of a couple of yards brings up a 2nd down and 18. Wirtz in on the tackle for Watertown with help from some others. Connor playing the nose guard position. So it'll be 2nd down and 18 for Stevens as we are at 1:15 to go in the 1st quarter. 2-0 lead for Watertown on the safety.
2nd down and 17.
Long time in the huddle for Stevens. They're going to have to hurry now as they send 2 receivers, now 3 receivers left, 1 to the right side. Jed Jensen takes the snap. He's going to roll to his left, look down the field. Jensen rolling to his left, now running to his left, slides down out of bounds.
Number 6, Jed Jensen on the carry.
Jensen on the carry. See where they put it down. It's hard to see right in front of the Arrow bench. They're going to put it down around the 30-yard line. So it'll bring up a 3rd down and 16 for Stevens. 3rd and 16 for Stevens at the 30-yard line. They've got to get to the 46 for a 1st down. He went out of bounds, stopped the clock at 44 seconds. 2-0 Watertown on a safety. Stevens sends 2 to the left side, 2 to the right side. Jensen on 3rd down and 15. Jensen takes the snap, back to pass. Good protection. Heaves it out. Intended for his receiver out there, Alex Trokamoinen, but overshot Alex, incomplete. And it'll be 4th down for Stevens and 15, and they will have to punt the ball. 4th down and 15 for Stevens. The ball at the 30-yard line. Devin Miles drops back to receive the punt. Dropping back to do the punting for Stevens. Looks like it is Dylan Stater doing the punting. He awaits the snap, stands around his 16-yard line. Low snap, picks it off the grass. Punt is an end over end. Fair catch for Devin. He'll take it at the 40-yard line. Arrows will have it 1st and 10 at their 40-yard line with 29 seconds to go in the first quarter. And Watertown leading by a score of 2-1, or 2-0. Was thinking Twins this afternoon, I guess. 2-0 Watertown. 1st and 10 Arrows, 40-yard line is where they will start this possession. See if they can give Kale a little protection. The line having a hard time picking up these blitzing linebackers. They play a 34, 3-down linemen, and then they move the linebackers around and like to bring them up to the line of scrimmage as kind of outside ends. 1st and 10 Arrows, 40-yard line. Kale looks over the D. In motion comes the motion man left to right. Blitz right up the middle. Kale runs away from the blitz. Hit, caught from behind, gain of a yard. The blitzing linebacker that time for Stevens was a fresh linebacker in there. Zachary Brunch was the man who came in. And he put the pressure on Kale Stevenson. He and Gavin Skinner made the stop. 2nd down and 9. He came untouched. End of the first quarter, 2-0 Watertown. You're listening to the Arrows on KWAT. We'll return in 1 minute.
High school athletics is a huge part of a community. I'm Dr. Ross Schulte, and the team at Family Dental Center would like to recognize and thank the athletes for their hard work and dedication.
And I'm Dr. Amy Schulte. The team at Watertown Family Eye Care is proud of our Arrow athletes. We wish them the best as they pursue their dreams on and off the field.
Family Dental Center
and Watertown Family Eye Care, 2 great teams, 1 location, 22 19th Street Southeast in Watertown.
If all you want is a sip of water at the kitchen sink, any filter will do. I want better water in the laundry, better water in the bathroom, better water at every tap, in every room for everyone in my home. Every time, everywhere I use water, every day. So I got a whole home filtration system from Culligan. Now I ask you, how long will it take for you to call the Culligan man?
Hey, Culligan man.
I'm Jason Hansen, your local Culligan man in Watertown. Call us today at 886-4830.
In that first quarter, Watertown had 81 yards of offense. Stevens had a minus 10 yards of offense in that first quarter of play. Second quarter set to get underway, and the Arrows have it 2nd down and 9. The ball just across the 40-yard line. The Arrows line up with stacked receivers on the left side or not. Nope, just side by side. Now Dawson splits out wide to the left. So 2 receivers either way for the Arrows on 2nd down and 9. Kale takes the snap. He rolls to his right. He looks, now turns back to his left. Chased, still on the run. Looks down the field, throws underneath, got his man. 50-yard line and inside the 50 to the 47-yard line. Reese Stark on the reception, a gain of 17 on the pass completion. Good job by Kale to buy some time, that time rolling to his left, threw the ball to his right, and made a good pass to Reese Stark for the reception. 1st and 10 Arrows, and they have the ball at the 47-yard line of the Stevens Raiders. 2 receivers either way for Watertown. Kale, shotgun formation, awaits the snap. Hudson behind him, has man in motion. Stark back to pass, sets, good protection, screen up the middle. Hudson breaks 1 tackle. He'll get to the 42-yard line. A gain of 5 on the carry to the screen pass to Juven Hudson. 2nd down and 5, Watertown 42-yard line. Just underway, second quarter, 2-0 Arrows on top. Colin Dingser brings the play in from the sideline. He lines up as a slot left. 2 receivers either way for Watertown. 2nd down and 5 for the Arrows. Kale has Juven Hudson behind him. 2nd and 5 at the 42 of Stevens. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff. Nope, gives it to Hudson. Hudson spun after a gain of a yard or two, maybe a yard. Gain of 1 brings up a 3rd down and 4 at the 41-yard line of Stevens for Watertown. Arrows going from west to east now. The sun at their back, so Stevens looking into the sun. Receivers will have to look back into the sun if the ball is thrown in their direction. You can see the back judge trying to shield his eyes from the sun as well back there. 3rd down and 4 for the Arrows, 41 of Stevens. Shotgun for Cale Stevenson. Hudson behind him. 2 receivers either way. Cale has a man in motion right to left. He's going to give to the man in motion. Nowhere to go, though. That man in motion was Cole Holden. He was grabbed on the play by Brandon Inman. Brandon Inman made the stop, and that'll be a loss on the play of 3. So it'll be 4th down and 6 for the Watertown Arrows, and the Arrows will punt the ball. Into the ball game to do the punting here is Andrew Check. Check will punt it. Eli Oxner back deep to receive it. Also, Carter Doney back to receive it as well. The Arrows with 1 player late on the field, and now he's there. Arrows had some trouble with snaps a week ago, and it's a low one. He went down on his knee. That should have been down. That should have been down. The return for Doney. Doney's going to get out to the 21-yard line. He should not have been allowed to punt that ball. His right knee was down when he fielded that low snap. And in high school football, when your knee is down, we had that happen last week. He went down on a knee and fielded the ball, and he should have been down. They allowed him to punt the ball. He did get the punt away. Stevens will have it 1st and 10 at their 21-yard line. You cannot go down on a knee to field a low snap, because as soon as you field that and you're down on your knee, that is down in high school football. Stevens sends a wide receiver to the left side, a wing back on the left side, 2 receivers to the right side. Jed Jensen has a man in motion right to left. Takes the snap. He's going to give to his running back, Glenn, running right. Glenn was caught on the play by Connor Wirches, and Wirches brings him down back at the 16-yard line. That'll be a loss of 5 on the play, and bring up a 2nd down and 15 for Stevens. The ball back around their 16-yard line. 8.5 to go in the first half. 2-0 Watertown on top. Stevens lines up 2nd down and 15 at their 16-yard line. They bring wide receiver Alex Trocamoinen wide to the right side. 3 receivers left side for Jed Jensen. Jensen awaits the snap, takes it. Back to pass, sets his feet, throws it out in the flat. Good ball, good catch. Gain to the 15-yard line. 25-yard line, I should say. That's a gain of 9 on the play. Caden Nelson with a nice catch.
Making the tackle for the Arrows, number 16, Colin Dingser.
A gain of 9 on the play brings up a 3rd down and 7 for Stevens. The ball right on their 25-yard line is where they have it, on their 25. It was a good ball, good stretch catch by Caden Nelson, 6'4", 200-pound junior, able to pull that one in. Good coverage as well by Dingser on the play. 2 receivers either way on 3rd down and 7 for Jed Jensen. Jensen 5 yards deep, awaits the snap. Whoops, movement, slot right side. Move too quick, and that was 84 over here. Terrence Eastman started forward too quick. Should be an illegal procedure play. And they will say procedure penalty against Stevens, and that'll cost them 5 yards. And bring up a 3rd down and 12 now. Arrows bring in extra defensive backs and bring out a couple of linebackers. So Stevens has it 3rd down and 12 now, back at the 20-yard line. 2-0 Watertown, 8:05 to go in the first half. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right side. Jed Jensen has a man in motion. Now goes back the other way, back to pass, sets his feet. Now scrambles to his right. Holding penalty coming again. Jensen throws it out of bounds as he gets popped hard on the play. And he got hit hard by Wirtjes, and Wirtjes getting up slowly and not getting up down on the play. But there was definitely a holding penalty behind the play. And the Arrows will refuse that holding penalty, and it'll make it 4th down and 12. Wirtjes will come off the field, and in to replace him will be Hunter Wenches. So Wirtjes out, Wenches in.
Holding penalty against the Raiders has declined. It'll bring up 4th down.
So it'll be 4th down for Stevens, 4th down and 12. They have the ball at their 20-yard line, and they'll be forced to punt the ball. 7:55 to go here in the first half of play. It's 2-0 Watertown. Devin Miles drops back to receive this kick. Stater looking into the sun to get this snap. Stater shielding his eyes, awaits the snap, gets a good one. Almost had it blocked, got the punt away though, and it goes out of bounds. Good pressure put on that time by the Arrows. Getting in there was Joe Decker. Joe almost blocked that ball, but he was able to avoid Joe Decker and get that punt out to the 45-yard line, and the Arrows will have it 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line of Stevens. Now, Watertown has had great field position a number of times. They got to do something with it and turn it into some points. 7:47 to go first half, 2-0 in favor of Watertown. 2 receivers either side for Watertown. Cale Stevenson. Running back behind him is Mac Young. Cale awaits the snap, takes it, back to pass pressure, throws across the middle. Nice catch that time. Great reception by Cole Holden. Cole Holden had to go up and get that ball. Cole pulled it in for a gain of 11. It'll be 1st and 10, Watertown at the 34-yard line. Cole Holden went up and caught that zip of a pass from Cale Stevenson and pulled it in. 1st and 10, Arrows, 34 of Stevens. Shotgun. Shotgun for Cale Stevenson. Cale awaits the snap. Back to pass pressure. Rolls to his left. Looks downfield. Running room. He's to the 30. Puts his shoulder down. 25. Driven out of bounds and thrown down out of bounds. And a flag will come out. So it's going to be a gain of 15 on the play. And then there will be a penalty on Miles Schmaltz on top of it. So a gain of 15. And then it'll be a personal foul, and that is the call against Miles Schmaltz. So that'll go half the distance to the goal. And that will take it down to the 9-yard line. So the Arrows will have it 1st and 10. Or 1st and goal at the 9-yard line. Timeout taken on the field by Rapid City Stevens. 7:10 to go in the first half. 2-0 Watertown. We'll come back in 30 seconds.
Human Service Agency in Watertown's here to help you with professional, individual, and family therapy, including in-home therapy for the entire family, psychiatric medication evaluations, home visits, group services, chemical abuse treatment, and addiction evaluations with intensive outpatient treatment and aftercare. Human Service Agency has 24/7, 365 crisis support. Call 886-0123, 886-0123. Also, you may utilize telemedicine, and all insurance is accepted.
7 minutes and 10 seconds to go in the first half of play. Watertown scored on a safety and leads 2-0. The Arrows have it 1st and goal at the 9-yard line here now. 1st and goal for the Arrows at the 9-yard line, heading east here at the Watertown Stadium. The flag barely waving, so the wind not a factor at all. 2 receivers either way. Mac Young behind Cale Stevenson, who stands at the 15-yard line. Cale on 1st and goal from the 9. Everybody looks to the sideline. I don't know if they changed the play or what they're doing, but everybody looked to the sideline. And now they are set. Cale awaits the snap from center. Cale takes the snap. He throws it in the end zone for Dawson Schmidt. Dawson can't come up with it. They're going to call pass interference on the play in the end zone as Carter Doney was on the coverage. They were both fighting for the ball. A lot of contact. Flags came out. We'll see who it's on. They're going to call holding against the defense. So that'll be half the distance to the goal. And that'll take it down to the 4.5-yard line. So it'll be 1st and goal at the 4.5-yard line for Watertown. 2 receivers either way. Shotgun for Cale. Low snap. Picks it up. Runs left. Got a great block from Mac Young. Flags come out in the area of Colin Dingser, so that might be a hold or an illegal block on the Arrows. Mac Young did a great job in the backfield of picking up that play and freeing up Cale to get to the goal line. But the flag came out around the 8-yard line, and that's going to be an illegal block against Watertown or a hold against the Arrows and cost them 10 yards. So it'll be 1st and goal for the Arrows. They step the ball out to the 17-yard line. And the reason it's the 17 instead of the 14 is because that's a spot foul, and the hold was at the 7-yard line. 1st and goal, Arrows, 17-yard line. Blitz coming up the middle. Cale takes the snap. All-out pressure. Goes to Dawson deep. Dawson, the ball overshot in the end zone. Goes incomplete. You could hear the Arrow fans below me say he grabbed his jersey, and he did. But it wasn't enough to impede the play, and so they let it go incomplete. 6:55 to go here in the first half of play. It's 2-0 Watertown. Arrows have it 2nd and goal at the 17-yard line. 3 receivers to the right side, 1 to the left. Again, Dawson single coverage out here. Carter Doney on him. Cale Stevenson awaits the snap. Cale takes the snap, sets. Again, throws in the end zone to Dawson, makes the catch, but he was out of bounds. Incomplete. Dawson that time did a good job of waiting for the ball, but Doney did a good job of when he went up for it, pushing him out of bounds. So it'll be 3rd and goal for the Arrows from the 17-yard line. $6:49 to go here in the first half. 2-0 Arrows. 3rd down and goal, 17-yard line for Watertown. They line up 3 receivers to the right side. Dawson to the left, short side of the field. 3 down linemen, linebackers coming. Cale takes the snap, sets his feet, throws it towards the right corner this time. Ball knocked down. Penalty flags fly out. Good coverage, though, by Eli Oxner. Eli Oxner had really good coverage on the play, and he knocked it away. Flags down around the 4-yard line. Holding defense. So Stevens got called for a hold, and that'll be a 10-yard step off and bring up a 3rd down and goal from the 7-yard line now. That is the 4th. Well, that's an odd step off. It should be the 7-yard line, not the 10. That was a 7-yard step off. That actually should be 3 yards further in, because it went from the 17 to the 10. There's no such thing as a 7-yard penalty. 3rd and goal from the 10 for Watertown. Cale Stevenson awaits the snap, takes it, all-out blitz. Oh, throws the slant. Dawson was hit, and the flag comes out way late on the play. And that's going to be pass interference against Stevens. Dawson was hit way before the ball got there. The underneath official did not throw the flag, but the back judge did throw it, and that'll be pass interference, and that'll be half the distance to the goal. And this time he got it because it was from the 10 to the 5-yard line. So a 5-yard penalty. The last step off was 7 yards instead of 10 yards. At any rate, it is still 3rd and goal. And this is 3rd and goal from the 5 now. Receivers 2 either way. Cale Stevenson awaits the snap, takes it. Back to pass, throws underneath. Dawson makes the catch. Touchdown, Watertown Arrows. Good throw that time by Cale Stevenson. Good catch by Dawson Schmidt. 5-yard touchdown pass. Call 886-8444. Get registered. You could win a Dutch Boy soft cloth car wash. Cade Rumsa will try to tack on the point after here. Snap is good, sets down, plenty of leg, and it goes through the upright. 6.5 to go first half, 9-0 Watertown. We'll come back with a kickoff in 30 seconds.
Are you a competitive parent? If so, keep your kids drug and alcohol free. It's a fact. One night of drinking can undo as much as 14 days of athletic training. Student athletes are expected to demonstrate year-round behavior that reflects positively on the individual, the school, and the community. The use of alcohol, tobacco, marijuana, and other drug use is not allowed. Student athletes need the support of parents, community members, teachers, and coaches. Be strong. Be the influence. Keep our youth alcohol and drug free. A message from the Watertown Healthy Youth Coalition and the Watertown Tobacco Free Coalition.
That was a strange drive for the Watertown Arrows. It was 5 plays, 45 yards, a 5-yard touchdown pass from Cale Stevenson to Dawson Schmidt. But there were 5 penalties on the drive, 4 of those against Rapid City and 1 against the Watertown Arrows. So a total of 10 plays, 5 of those were penalties. So it goes officially a 5-play, 45-yard drive. And the Arrows will kick off from the 40-yard line. Arrows lead 9-0 with 6.5 to go here in the first half of play. The sun no longer a factor, as it has gone down now, and the lights are on at the Watertown Stadium. Cade Rumsa will kick this ball from the 40-yard line, right hash mark. 6:32 to go in the first half. Arrows lead 9-0. Cade Rumsa lines up like he's going to kick an onside kick here, because he's not side. He's a soccer sidewind kicker, and it is an onside kick, and it's fielded by Stevens, and they field it at the 46-yard line. The man on the recovery for Stevens on the play there was Bryce Swanson. So it'll be 1st and 10 Stevens. They'll have really good field position at their 46-yard line. That was really obvious. 6:28 to go in the first half, 9-0 Watertown. 2 receivers either side. Cade Nelson wide to the left side for Stevens. Jed Jensen, 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage, awaits the snap. Jensen takes the snap. He's going to give to Glenn running up the middle, lost the ball. Ball came loose. Glenn lost the ball. Now who recovered it? Arrows say they did, and Watertown did recover it. And recovering the ball was Cole Holden for Watertown. Glenn got a couple of yards, and then Cole Holden was the man who recovered the ball. Or maybe it was Mac Johnson, I'm not sure. I saw Cole come up from the bottom of the pile and throw the ball down, so that's why I went with him. At any rate, the Arrows have the ball, 1st and 10, 48-yard line of the Stevens Raiders. Arrows line up with 2 receivers either side. Juven Hudson, the 9th grade running back, behind the quarterback Cale Stevenson on 1st down. Kale sees linebackers moving around. Kale awaits the snap. Kale gets a good one. Back to pass. Throws underneath to Dingser. Good catch. Dingser hauls that in for a gain of 12. That was a high ball, and Dingser I thought it was going to be an interception, to be honest with you. And Dingser was able to go up and pull that in. Nice player. That ball was a pick. First and 10, Watertown, 36-yard line is where the Arrows have the ball. They line up with Dingser and Schmidt wide to the left side. 2 receivers to the far side as well. First and 10, Arrows. 36-yard line of Stevens. Kale awaits the snap, takes the snap, sets his feet, pressured, now runs right, throws over his intended receiver, and that was Hudson. Good pressure put on that time by Cade Sobczak. Cade Sobczak, a 6'3", 190-pound junior, came around the right side and put the pressure on. It'll be a timeout on the field taken by Watertown. 5:45 to go first half, 9-0 Arrows. We'll pause and come back in 1 minute.
At Watertown Dental Care, dentistry isn't just a job, it's our passion. This is Dr. Darren Bach, and for over 20 years, our practice has been built on trust, patient service, and exceptional dental care. We never forget you have a choice.
I'm Dr. Clayton Conroy. Every decision we make, from flexible payment options to convenient scheduling, is done to make your experience both convenient and comfortable. We invite you to experience our personalized care and attention firsthand. Call today, 882-0747.
Giving you something to smile about. Watertown Dental Care.
Before and after the game, make sure you stop into your Watertown Perkins. They're famous for breakfast, but you'll also love their lunches and dinners. Conveniently located at the corner of Highways 81 and 212. At Perkins, you'll find quality fresh food, freshly baked pies and muffins. And it's all in a clean, relaxing, and friendly atmosphere. So come on in and bring your appetite. Your Watertown Perkins. We'll do the rest.
So Watertown takes that time out. The clock says 5:45 to go in the first half. Arrows leading by a score of 9-0. And the Arrows will have the ball. They have it second down and 10 at the 37-yard line of the Stevens Raiders. Watertown with 2 receivers either side. Dawson Schmidt wide to the right side, wide side of the field. Kale wasn't ready for the snap. The snap came quick, and the Arrows get called for a procedure penalty.
False start against the Watertown Arrows.
It'll cost them 5 yards and bring up a second down and 15.
Second down and 15.
Juven Hudson goes out. Mac Young in to replace him. So it'll be second and 15 for the Arrows, 42 of Stevens. Dawson Schmidt wide to the right side with Cole Holden. Wide to the near side is Trevin Rodden and also Colin Dingser. Second down and 15. Kale awaits the snap, gets it. Throws it down the right side, the ball fluttering. Adjustment made, knocked loose, intercepted. On the return, breaking a tackle to the 20. Another tackle to the 25. Lost the ball. And then a battle for the ball. The interception made by Miles Schmaltz. He brought it back to the 31. He fumbled the ball, but his teammate was able to get on it, and making the recovery was Javon McNabb. But Schmaltz was the one who intercepted that ball, and Javon McNabb recovered the fumble. So Stevens will have it first and 10 at their 31-yard line on the turnover. Second time that ball spun out of Kale's hand and just kind of fluttered up there. Stevens lines up 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left side, wingback on the left side. In motion, left to right, comes the motion man. The wingback was never really set. The give was to Glenn. He went down on his knee. And again, when you go down on your knee, you are down. And Uriah Glenn went down on his knee, and that's why he'll get called for a loss of 3. Brings up second down and 13 for Stevens. The ball back at their 28. 5 minutes to go in the half. 9-0. Arrows on top. Stevens with the play call from the sideline. Jed Jensen, 6'1", 170-pound sophomore, gets into the huddle. Long time in the huddle. Sends two receivers to the left, three to the left side, one to the right. The count is on. Almost a delay of game. And there it is. Delay of game against Rapid City Stevens. Took too much time in the to get the play in and in the huddle. And that'll be a delay of game penalty and cost them 5 yards. So that'll bring up 2nd down and 17 now for Stevens. Takes it back to the 23-yard line. They've got to get it to the 41, so 2nd down and 18 for Stevens. 4:28 to go in the half. 9-0 Arrows on top. Stevens brings their wide receiver, Caden Nelson. Caden Nelson wide to the right side. 3 receivers to the left. Jed Jensen awaits the snap, takes it, sets his feet, lost the ball, picked it up, throws it out in the flat, got it to his man. Nice move on the play. On the reception was Alex Trokamoinen. Trokamoinen's going to get it out to the 26-yard line. And that's a gain of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and 15 for Stevens. They have the ball at their 26-yard line. Jed Jensen bobbled that ball, still got it out to Trokamoinen, who was able to get 3 yards. Jensen awaits the snap. Jensen takes the snap, straight back to pass. Pump fake, sets, now rushed and throws deep. It's going to be intercepted. Ball intercepted by Dawson Schmidt, 45-50. 45 of Stevens, 40, caught from behind, 30, 29-yard line. That is a return of 10, 25 yards on the interception by Dawson Schmidt. And the Arrows, there's a flag down on the play, and the Arrows will receive it. It's going to be a holding call against Stevens, and that is the call. And Watertown will refuse that penalty. So the Arrows will take over 1st and 10 at Rapid City's 30-yard line. 3:30 to go in the first half of play, and the Arrows lead 9-0. The Arrows line up with 2 receivers either side. Here to the left is Rodden and Dingser. Wide to the right side goes Jared Cyrus, and joined by Cole Holton. Dawson Schmidt getting a breather here. 1st and 10 Arrows, 30-yard line. Cale Stevenson awaits the snap, takes it. He's going to roll to the right side. Cale turns it upfield, 25-20, and then pounded out of bounds. Wow. Cale got blasted out of bounds that time. A great hit by Luke Cholis, but the gain is going to be 13 yards for Cale Stevenson, and the Arrows will have it 1st and 10 at the 17, 18-yard line of the Stevens Raiders. So a gain of 12 on the carry for Cale, and then, boy, he paid the price. Luke Cholis, 6'2", 200-pound junior, just blasted him out of bounds. 2 receivers either side for Watertown. Cale with the running back Young behind him. Cale looks over the defense, 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage, turns and talks to Mac Young. Takes the snap, gives the handoff to Mac. He bounces left, cuts it inside. Mac, good run down to the 6-yard line. That's a gain of 12 on the carry for Mac Young, and that will bring up a 1st and goal for the Arrows, and they'll put it down at the 5-yard line. So 1st and goal from the 5-yard line. 2 receivers either way. Cale awaits the snap, takes the snap, pulls it out, goes left himself. Cale trying to get to the end zone, cut down short of the end zone. Gain of 2 on the carry for Cale Stevenson. It'll be 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line. A gain of a couple of yards on the play for Cale Stevenson. Arrows have it 2nd and goal at the 3. Dawson Schmidt back on the field for Watertown now. He's wide to the right side. Kale steps out to tell his receiver Cole Holden and Dawson Schmidt what he wants. Kale behind center on 2nd and goal at the 3. Blitz coming up the middle, takes the snap, throws the slant, got his man, dropped the ball though. In the end zone, diving for it was Jared Cyrus. Jared couldn't quite pull it in when he hit the ground. It goes incomplete. And that'll bring up a 3rd and goal from the 3-yard line. 2:26 remaining in the first half of play. It's 9-0. Stevens on top. Or check that, Watertown on top, 9-0. The Arrows with 3rd and goal inside the 4 around the 3, taking a long time to get this play in. The back judge puts his hand in the air. Kale gets behind center, 5 yards deep. There's 1, 2, 3. Takes the snap back to pass, throws it in the corner to Dawson. Dawson goes up and pulls it in for the score. Nope, it went out of his hands in the corner of the end zone. Able to knock it out of him was Eli Oxner, able to knock it loose. So it'll be 4th and goal from the 3 for Watertown. 2:18 to go in the half, 9-0 lead for the Arrows. Arrows are taking their time to get this play in, and now they're going to take a timeout. 2:18 to go in the half. It'll be 4th and goal from the 3 when we come back. You're listening to the Arrows on KWAT, and we'll be back in 30 seconds.
Hi, this is Mandy from Kunkel Snyder Optometric. We're a full-scope eye clinic that offers eye exams for kids and adults of all ages. We have glasses that range from budget to name-brand designer. Our doctors fit a variety of contact lenses including astigmatism, bifocal, and even lenses for corneal disease and dry eye. They treat eye infections, pink eye, glaucoma, and even remove metal from the eye. We're here when you need us. We're open 5 days a week, have evening hours, and we're always accepting new patients. Call 882-4175 for an appointment or stop in and see us. We're on Highway 81 North in Watertown. Kunkel Snyder Optometric. Your family's eye care is our family business.
September incentives are in at Sharps. Save up to 15%.
My apologies on that. I left my microphone down, so we're set to go. The Arrows have it. 4th and goal from the 3-yard line. 4th and goal from the 3. Receivers left and right, 2 each way. Cade, rush up the middle. Kale runs with the ball, breaks the tackle. Kale, did he get in? He dove and did get in. Second effort for Kale Stevenson. A 3-yard touchdown for Kale Stevenson on the carry as he broke one tackle. Good rush up the middle. He avoided the initial rush, ran to his right, broke one tackle at about the 3, got hit again about the 2, and was able to dive forward to get it in the end zone. Rumsa to tack on the extra point. Cade's kick is up. Way good, long, strong leg. Little extracurriculars afterwards. 16-0 Arrows. 2:10 to go in the first half. Arrows will kick to Stevens in 30 seconds.
KWAT Touchdown Sweepstakes is back again this year. Every time the Watertown Arrow football team scores, you could win an $11 Dutch Boy soft cloth car wash. When the Arrows score, you call 886-8444. Register your name. A winner will be drawn at the end of each game. Dutch Boy and KWAT want you to listen and win a free car wash.
Clean up your act. Do it today. Do it the Dutch Boy Car Wash way.
6-play, 30-yard drive for the Watertown Arrows. 18 of those yards by Cale Stevenson. The other 12 by Mac Young. Cale with a second effort dive to the end zone for the score. The Arrows lead by a score of 16-0, and they will kick off to Rapid City Stevens. The Arrows will put the leg to it with Cade Rumsa from the left hash mark this time and 40-yard line. This time he's going to step it off and not kick an onside kick, as he will put the leg to it at the 40-yard line. Cade awaits the official's whistle, receives it, and he will approach the football. Puts the leg to it, nice end over end deep kick. Swanson from the 6-yard line to the 10. Starts left, cuts back. Block in the back going to be called on the play. Making the tackle for the Watertown Arrows on the play was Juven Hudson. And there's going to be a block in the back as well. So this will be a penalty against Stevens, and it'll be half the distance to the goal here is my guess. Illegal block in the back against Stevens. The flag's at the 18, so that'll probably take it back to about the 9-yard line. Stevens will start this drive, well, they'll put her just inside the 10 at the 9.5. Stevens 1st and 10 at the 9.5-yard line is where this drive will start. 2:02 to go, first half. Arrows 16, Stevens nothing. Two receivers either side for Jed Jensen, the sophomore quarterback. Back to pass, throws it out here in the flat. Penalty flags fly way before the play, or while the ball was in the air. It goes incomplete. The flag's down at the 10-yard line. A lot of penalties. Going to be a legal receiver downfield, it looks like, by the indication, and that will be the call. Ineligible player downfield.
Ineligible receiver downfield for the Raiders.
I would think the Arrows will decline this penalty. And they do decline it. So it'll be 2nd down and 10 for Stevens at the 9.5-yard line, their own 9.5. Again, a reminder, each and every time the Arrows score, you call 886-8444. You can win a Dutch Boy soft cloth car wash. Jed Jensen, shotgun formation on 2nd and 10. Back to pass, sets. Nice ball out in the flat, complete. It'll be a first down. And the catch made there by Alex Trokomoinen. A gain of 11. Good ball that time by Jed Jensen to Alex Trokomoinen for a gain of 11. It'll be 1st and 10, Stevens, just across the 20-yard line at the 20.5.
First down, Rapid City Stevens.
They line up with two receivers either side. Alex Trokomoinen is 6'3", 175, and a junior. Jed Jensen takes the snap, back to pass, sets, throws it nicely out in the flat. Got his man. Dingser brings down the receiver Nelson after a gain of 9. But again, a good ball that time. Good ball by Jed Jensen. 2nd down and 1 for Stevens. Jensen takes the snap. He's back to pass. Looks across the middle. Trokomoinen's there. Cale Stevenson comes up and puts a big hit on him and knocks the ball loose. Devin Miles was on the coverage, but the safety, Cale Stevenson, came up and put the pop on the receiver and knocked the ball loose. It'll be 3rd down and 1 for Stevens. The ball at the 30-yard line. They've got to make the 31. Stevens lines up with two receivers to the left side, 2 to the right, but they're going to take a timeout. 1:21 to go in the first half. It's 16-0 Arrows. We'll come back with more in 30 seconds.
High school athletics is a huge part of a community. I'm Dr. Ross Schulte, and the team at Family Dental Center would like to recognize and thank the athletes for their hard work and dedication.
And I'm Dr. Amy Schulte. The team at Watertown Family Eye Care is proud of our Arrow athletes. We wish them the best as they pursue their dreams on and off the field.
Family Dental Center.
And Watertown Family Eye Care. Two great teams, one location, 22 19th Street Southeast in Watertown.
Rapid City Stevens taking that timeout. Both teams have one timeout remaining. Stevens has the ball, 3rd down and 1 at the 30-yard line.
Tyler Roble, Will Castle, and head coach John Hodor.
And they line up with 2 receivers either side. Running back is Uriah Glenn behind the quarterback, Jed Jensen, 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Jensen looks to the sideline, awaits the snap from center. Whoops, movement by the running back. Uriah Glenn took a step to his right before the ball was snapped, and that'll cost 5 yards to Rapid City Stevens. That will make it a 3rd down and 6 now from back at the 25-yard line. 3rd and 6 for Stevens at the 25-yard line.
3rd down and looks like about 6.
Jed Jensen gets the call from the sideline. He sends 2 receivers either way. Trocamoinen right, Nelson wide to the left side. Slots either way. Jensen on 3rd down and 6. Back to pass, good protection. Throws across the middle, overshoots. Intercepted by Dawson Schmidt, 45-40, 30, 25. Penalty flag comes out. Dawson takes it in from 45 yards, but there's going to be an illegal block against Watertown, so it's going to come back. It will not stand as a touchdown. The Arrows with an illegal block at the 29-yard line, and that will cost the Arrows a touchdown there as Dawson came around the left side with the football. Somebody with an illegal block. Flag is down at the 24. They're going to call a holding is what it's going to be. The flag at the 24, so that'll take it out to the 34-yard line.
Negate the touchdown. There was holding on that.
So the Arrows will, nope, it was more than that.
10-yard penalty from the spot. It'll be 1st and 10.
Well, that was about a 12-yard step off. The flag was at the 28, and they put it down at the 40. So it'll be 1st and 10 Arrows at the 40-yard line of Rapid City Stevens. 1:07 to go. The Arrows with one timeout to work with. 1st and 10 Watertown. The Arrows have Juven Hudson as a slot man on the right side. We haven't seen that tonight until first time here. Cale Stevenson awaits the snap, empty backfield, back to pass, looks, throws for Juven, makes the catch. Juven knocked down after a gain of 15 on the play.
Received by Juven Hudson.
Juven Hudson, a 9th grader, made that reception. It'll be 1st and 10 Arrows, 25-yard line. 5 receivers, empty backfield for Cale Stevenson. Cale awaits the snap, gets it, back to pass, throws it underneath, and got Dawson Schmidt. Dawson gets it down inside the 15 to the 14. That stops the clock. That is an 11-yard gain for Dawson Schmidt. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Arrows at the 14 with 40 seconds to go. 5 receivers and now whistle, timeout. Stevens is going to take a timeout. 41 seconds to go in the half. Arrows 16, Stevens 0. We'll come back in 30 seconds.
No job is too big or too small for Heilman Homes. Want to build a new home? Want to do some remodeling? Need a deck or an extra garage? Call Heilman Homes at 868-1410. Dale has over 20 years of experience for all types of construction needs. That's Heilman Homes for building, remodeling, and now ready builds too. To help you with all your decorating, they have an interior decorator on staff. Call 868-1410.
Stevens taking their last time out of the half. The Arrows have it 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line after Dawson Schmidt's second interception of the ball game. Arrows run 5 wide receivers here. Cale Stevenson empty backfield. Kale looks over the defense, looks at the linebackers, takes the snap. I think Cole Holden started too quick for the Arrows, and that will be the call, an illegal procedure penalty against Watertown.
False start against the Watertown Arrows will be a 5-yard penalty.
You could see the slot man on the left side before, 5 seconds went off the clock there. 39 seconds, it was 44. The Arrows have it 1st and 15, 19-yard line. Cale Stevenson awaits the snap. Cale gets a good one, back to pass, throws it underneath for Cole Holden, catches the deflected ball and scores. And then he slams down the ball and gets a penalty. Cole Holden will get a penalty for slamming down the ball. That ball was tipped. Cole was able to pull it in for a 19-yard touchdown, and then after the play, he spiked the ball, and that's a penalty in high school football. You can't do that. Got to keep your composure. And so that'll be a 15-yard penalty against the Arrows. And that'll be tacked on the ensuing kick. Cade Rumsa will
unsportsmanlike conduct.
Kick the ball. That ball was tipped by the defensive back, Eli Oxner, and Cole still able to pull it in and pull it into the end zone for the score. Rumsa for the extra point. Sets down, kick is up, plenty of leg. 32 seconds to go in the half. The Arrows lead 23-0. Arrows will kick off in 30 seconds.
When it comes to financial planning, most financial companies ask, what's your salary? At Northwestern Mutual, we ask, what's your story? We know building the right financial plan requires more than money. That's why we start by asking the right questions, listening to what matters most to you, then guide you every step of the way to help you make sure the future you imagine becomes the future you achieve. Plan your financial story with Northwestern Mutual. You and Northwestern Mutual, stronger together. The Northwestern Mutual Life Insurance Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Contact Bill Keller in the Watertown office of Northwestern Mutual.
Goes in the books as a 3-play, 40-yard drive for Watertown. And it was a 19-yard touchdown catch for Cole Holden. And then in his enthusiasm, he got up and spiked the ball. That's a personal foul in high school football. That gets stepped off from the 40-yard line, so the Arrows will kick off at the 25-yard line instead of the 40. 32 seconds to go in the first half. Arrows 23, Rapid City Stevens 0. Cade Rumsa will kick it off from the 25-yard line. Cade receives the official's whistle. And he puts the leg to it, end over end kick coming down to Swanson at the 23, to the 25-30, 35-40, and is stopped shy of the 40-yard line. Making the tackle for Watertown was Mason Cordell, and Stevens will start 1st and 10, 39-yard line. Or are they going to spot it at the 40? Looks like they're going to spot it right at the 40-yard line. So Stevens has it 1st and 10, 40-yard line, 26 seconds to work with, no timeouts. Nelson goes wide left, Trokamoinen comes wide to the right side. Jed Jensen, shotgun formation. Jensen awaits the snap, motion man right to left, overloads the left side. Jensen back to pass. Jensen hit, ball comes loose, ball's on the ground. Looks like it's picked up by Uriah Glenn, and that'll be a loss on the play of 4 yards. Clock's going to run out here at halftime, and the Arrows will go to the halftime locker room. Watertown 23, Stevens nothing. Let's take a timeout. Halftime coming up in 3 minutes.
Hi, this is Doris from Compesca Lodge and Store, Lake Compesca's mini mall for 60 years. We are a family of Arrows, and good luck, Arrows, in your game. We are one of the first convenience stores in Watertown, providing fishing, hunting, and boating supplies, groceries, and beverages. It's first to Kapeska Lodge and then to the lake.
The new fall blizzard menu is here at Dairy Queen on Highway 212 Watertown. Choose from pumpkin pie, Oreo mocha fudge snickerdoodle cookie dough, caramel apple pie, and the new pumpkin butter shake. Make it a meal with a honey barbecue chicken strip basket for only $6.79. Your favorite place to eat can be your favorite place to work. DQ still has a day shift position available. See Dairy Queen on Highway 212 Watertown for more information.
DQ, happy tastes good.
Let the team at Bruggeman Insurance in Watertown help you with your game plan. For over 50 years, the team at Bruggeman Insurance has been helping people make good, sound decisions when choosing health and life insurance, Medicare supplement and long-term care insurance, and executing a sound financial game plan. So call Vince or Carla or Bridget Rammel at Bruggeman Insurance today, 886-9043, or online, BruggemanInsurance.com.
This is Dr. Casey Johnson of Glacial Lakes Orthopedics in Watertown. My partners, Dr. Michael Venner and Dr. Jerry Reiber, and I would like to extend best wishes for safe and successful sports season for all of our area athletes. With advanced sports medicine training and over 50 years of combined clinical experience, we specialize in injury prevention and management, minimally invasive surgery, and accelerated recovery and rehabilitation. For an appointment today, call 882-2630 or go online and visit us at glaciallakes.orthopedics.com.
Today, this drink isn't just a drink. It might be the first McDonald's drink you're having at McDonald's again. It might be the first dose of caffeine you're having back at the regular time. Or it might just be the first drink you're having with your 3 closest friends, even if they're a little less close. Whatever this order is for you, McDonald's will be here to take it.
Enjoy an any-size icy cold Dr. Pepper for just $1 and pair it with a Quarter Pounder with cheese or a double Quarter Pounder with cheese. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with combo meal.
To achieve great things, it takes a great team. Attacker Plumbing and Heating Andor Incorporated, they have the get it done and then some team of talented, passionate people who will get the job done right. The service techs and those behind the scenes work together to provide top-notch service that you've come to expect from Tacker Plumbing and Heating Andor Incorporated for over 60 years. The business that service built.
Call on the business that service built. Call Tacker.
We're at halftime with the score, Watertown 23, Rapid City Stevens nothing. Stats at halftime brought to you by Bruggeman Insurance. Halftime brought to you by the Perkins Family Restaurant. Before the game, after the game, make a stop at the Perkins Family Restaurant. Rapid City Stevens won the toss and elected to kick off to the Watertown Arrows. The Arrows, on their first possession, fumbled the ball. Javon McNabb recovered it on the third play from scrimmage, and Stevens was in good position at the Arrow 18-yard line. They gained 3 yards, tried a 32-yard field goal that was no good. Arrows took over on the 20. They ran 10 plays, turned it over on downs to Stevens. Stevens took over on their 21-yard line. They went backwards 20 yards and a safety in the end zone, and the Arrows led by a score of 2-0. Watertown got the ball, then put together a 2-4-6-play drive. Again, turned it over on downs to Stevens. Stevens took over on their 36, went 3 plays and punt. The Arrows took over on their 40, went 5 plays and punt. Stevens took over on their 21. They went 3 plays and punted the ball. Fifth possession, the Arrows took over on Stevens' 45. It was a 5-play, 45-yard drive, a 5-yard touchdown pass from Mikhail Stevenson to Dawson Schmidt, and that was on 4th down. There were 5 penalties on that 45-yard drive, 4 against Rapid City Stevens, and the Arrows got the score and led 9-0 with 6:32 to go in the first half. Stevens took over on their 46. They fumbled the ball on the second play. Cole Holden recovered that fumble. The Arrows had it 1st and 10 at Stevens' 48-yard line. Stevens intercepted a pass then on that particular drive, and that was Miles Schmaltz who got the interception. He actually fumbled the ball on the return, and that was recovered by Javon McNabb. Stevens had the ball 1st and 10 at their 31-yard line. They threw the first of 2 interceptions. Dawson Schmidt intercepted the ball and returned it to Rapid City's 30, and the Arrows took over from that point. They put together a 6-play, 30-yard drive. Cale Stevenson with a 3-yard touchdown run. Point after was good, and that made it 16-0 in favor of Watertown with 2:10 to go in the first half. Stevens then got the ball on their 9-yard line. They ran 5 plays, and on the 5th play, Dawson Schmidt intercepted the ball again, returned it for a touchdown, but the Arrows were called for a penalty, so the Arrows took over on Rapid City's 40. 3-play, 40-yard drive, and it was a 19-yard touchdown pass from Cale Stevenson to Cole Holden. Point after was good, and we stand at halftime. Watertown 23, Rapid City Stevens 0. Stats brought to you by Bruggeman Insurance. This is the Perkins Family Restaurant halftime show. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back with more in 3 minutes.
At Prairie Lakes, the collaboration and dedication of our talented team of healthcare professionals allows us to offer the specialty services of a major medical center while still providing personalized treatment right here at home. We are proud to be your regional leader, but more than that, we are proud to be your choice for quality healthcare. Prairie Lakes Healthcare System.
Your health, our mission. Why wait to enjoy life? This is Casey with Stony Brook Sweets. Now is the best time to stop by and look at all that we have to offer. From our state-of-the-art movie theater to our welcoming coffee shop, these amenities are just a few of what sets us apart from anyone else. Come with your questions and enjoy a cup of coffee while giving you a personal tour. Stop in at 500 16th Avenue Northeast or call 882-0013.
Life is sweet in Stony Brook Sweets.
You need a water softener. You could buy it from a big box store. Appropriate because once you load up, lug it home, and try to install it yourself, all you're left with is a big empty box. No setup, no maintenance, no salt. Don't make a big botch buying from a big box. Call in the water expert, the Culligan Man. He delivers, installs, and maintains the world's most efficient water softener. So you're left with nothing but the benefits of better water at every tap in your home. Just say,
Hey, Culligan Man.
I'm Jason Hansen, your local Culligan Man in Watertown. Call us today at 886-4830.
Human Service Agency in Watertown's here to help you with professional, individual, and family therapy, including in-home therapy for the entire family, psychiatric medication evaluations, home visits, group services, chemical abuse treatment, and addiction evaluations with intensive outpatient treatment and aftercare. Human Service Agency has 24/7, 365 crisis support. Call 886-0123, 886-0123. Also, you may utilize telemedicine, and all insurance is accepted.
Are you a competitive parent? If so, keep your kids drug and alcohol free. It's a fact. One night of drinking can undo as much as 14 days of athletic training. Student athletes are expected to demonstrate year-round behavior that reflects positively on the individual, the school, and the community. The use of alcohol, tobacco, marijuana, and other drug use is not allowed. Student athletes need the support of parents, community members, teachers, and coaches. Be strong. Be the influence. Keep our youth alcohol and drug free. A message from the Watertown Healthy Youth Coalition and the Watertown Tobacco Free Coalition.
This is Dustin with Active Heating. Participation in extracurricular activities helps develop the skills necessary for tomorrow's leaders. Active Heating is always striving to be the best, just like the Arrows. Knowledge, trust, communication, and a relentless pursuit of a common goal are what make the Watertown Arrows and our team at Active Heating so great. Thanks, Arrows, for your hard work and determination and for getting active in our school and community.
We're at halftime at the Watertown Stadium. The Arrows leading Rapid City Stevens 23-0 at halftime. Stats brought to you by Bruggeman Insurance. Stevens ran 22 plays in the first half. They had 9 yards of offense. They rushed the ball 9 times for -23. Passed the ball 4 of 13 for 32 yards. So 22 offensive plays for 9 yards of offense for Stevens in the first half. The Arrows rushed the ball 21 times for 94 yards. Cale Stevenson, 9 of 19 for 124 yards, an interception, and a couple of touchdowns. Jed Jensen was 4 of 13 for 32 yards, but 2 interceptions in that first half of play. So total yards, Stevens 22 plays, 9 yards of offense. The Arrows 40 plays for 218 yards of offense, 124 in the air, 94 on the ground for the Watertown Arrows. Quite a few turnovers in that first half of play. Javon McNabb recovered a fumble for Stevens. Tyler Dean recorded a safety for the Watertown Arrows. And let's see, Cole Holden for Watertown picked up a fumble. Miles Schmaltz had an interception for Stevens. Javon McNabb recovered his fumble. Dawson Schmidt had 2 interceptions in that first half of play. So quite a few turnovers in that first half of play as well. Watertown able to score on a safety. They also scored on a 5-play, 45-yard drive and scored a touchdown on 4th and 5. The Arrows scored on a 6-play, 30-yard drive, and it was a 3-yard touchdown run by Cale Stevenson. And then the Arrows scored on a 3-play, 40-yard drive, a 19-yard touchdown pass from Cale Stevenson to Cole Holden. Cale rushed the ball 11 times for 73 yards and a touchdown for Watertown, the leading ball carrier. Mac Young had 5 carries for 17 yards in that first half of play. We are at halftime with the score, Watertown 23, Rapid City Stevens 0. The Watertown Arrows will make the trip out west next week to play Rapid City Central. That is a 4 o'clock kickoff, our time, 5 o'clock out West River on Friday of next week. This is the Perkins halftime show. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back and get set for the second half after a 3-minute timeout.
More scams. With COVID, the scammers have launched all the scams at once because they know people are at home. Consumers need to stay alert when answering the phone, using their computers, or operating from their cell phones. Scams are happening to all ages. Before you send money or order from somebody you've never dealt with, do some checking. Call the Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division at 1-800-300-1986 or visit their website at consumer.sd.gov for assistance. Be safe and stay alert.
At Watertown Dental Care, dentistry isn't just a job, it's our passion. This is Dr. Darren Bach, and for over 20 years, our practice has been built on trust, patient service, and exceptional dental care. We never forget you have a choice.
I'm Dr. Clayton Conroy. Every decision we make, from flexible payment options to convenient scheduling, is done to make your experience both convenient and comfortable. We invite you to experience our personalized care and attention firsthand. Call today, 882-0747.
Giving you something to smile about. Watertown Dental Care.
Before and after the game, make sure you stop into your Watertown Perkins. They're famous for breakfast, but you'll also love their lunches and dinners. Conveniently located at the corner of Highways 81 and 212. At Perkins, you'll find quality fresh food, freshly baked pies and muffins, and it's all in a clean, relaxing, and friendly atmosphere. So come on in and bring your appetite. Your Watertown Perkins will do the rest.
Are your shingles starting to crack, break, curl, or rot? If so, it's time for a new roof. Hometown Building Center stocks the #1 selling shingle in North America, Timberline HG shingles from GAF. Hometown inventories a variety of colors that are readily available for delivery. Get the best advice on what materials are right for your new roof when you visit Hometown Building Center, South Highway 20 in Watertown.
Hi, this is Mandy from Kunkel Snyder Optometric. We're a full-scope eye clinic that offers eye exams for kids and adults of all ages. We have glasses that range from budget to name brand designer. Our doctors fit a variety of contact lenses including astigmatism, bifocal, and even lenses for corneal disease and dry eye. They treat eye infections, pink eye, glaucoma, and even remove metal from the eye. We're here when you need us. We're open 5 days a week, have evening hours, and we're always accepting new patients. Call 882-4175 for an appointment to stop in and see us. We're on Highway 81 North in Watertown. Kunkel Snyder Optometric. Your family's eye care is our family business.
At Great Western Bank, they know that champions play as one.
One team with one goal. They know that champions don't just happen. They are built with determination and the right mix of coaching and teammates. You can count on Great Western Bank as a trustworthy teammate that will go the extra mile to help you win. To learn more, visit your nearest branch today and become part of a winning team. Great Western Bank, making life great. Member FDIC.
Set to go with the second half of action here this evening between the Stevens Raiders and the Watertown Arrows. Arrows will kick off to start the second half. I did see senior quarterback Joe Weber warming up a little bit, but I think it's still going to be Jared Jensen, the sophomore, starting for Stevens in the second half, but we'll see. Cade Rumsa will kick the ball off from the 40-yard line. Cade will put the toe to it from the left hash mark. Back to receive it will be Carter Doney and also Nathan Swanson back there to receive it.
Numbers 4 and 10 back for the Stevens Raiders. Carter Doney and Nathan.
Set to go with the second half of play. Cade Rumsa will put the leg to it at the 40-yard line. Arrows leading at halftime 23-0. Cade approaches the football, puts the leg to it. Long kick coming down at the 5-yard line. Carter Doney comes right to the 20. Good speed, hit down 28-yard line. Making the stop was Juven Hudson on special teams. It'll be first and 10 for Stevens at the 25-yard line. 20-yard return. And let's see who's going to be the quarterback. It's going to be Jed Jensen, the sophomore, because I see Joe Weber on the sideline over there. First and 10, Stevens, 25-yard line. They send wide receiver Nelson to the left side. Trocamoinen wide to the right side. Slots either way. Shotgun for Jed Jensen. Jensen awaits the snap, takes the snap, he'll give to Glenn running right. Hit by Ben Altoff as he got to the line of scrimmage. Ben Altoff reading that play all the way, and Ben came up and put the hit on Glenn, no gain on the play. Second down and 10. 23-0 Watertown, just underway second half. Good read by the linebacker that time, Ben Altoff. He saw that play all the way, came up with a good shoulder tackle on Uriah Glenn. Nelson goes wide left, Trocamoinen wide to the right side, slots either side. Shotgun formation for Jed Jensen, has Trocamoinen in motion behind him, takes the snap, flips it behind to Trocamoinen, got a good block down the left side, and then he puts his shoulder down. Gets across the 25 to the 27-yard line. He ran a long ways for a 3-yard gain there. Brings up a third down and 7. Alex Trocamoinen went around from wide to the right side around the backside, got the reception and gained 3. He comes out wide to the right side. Nelson goes wide left. Ball on the left hash mark on a 3rd and 7. Jed Jensen steps to the line of scrimmage, now backs off, gets the snap, back to pass, sets his feet, throws across the middle. Ben Altoff, interception. Ben picked it off at the 34. Ben Altoff returns it inside the 15, down to the 14-yard line. Ben Altoff, the linebacker, with the interception, and he returned it 20 yards where the Arrows will have it first and 10. And let's see where they put it down. Looks like the 13-yard line is where the Arrows will have it. First and 10 at Rapid City's 13. So the Arrow offense out on the field. Dawson Schmidt goes wide to the right with Cole Holden. 3 receivers to the left side as the Arrows go with 5 receivers. Rodden, Dingzer, and Young wide to the left. So 5 in the formation. Kale awaits the snap. Kale takes the snap. All-out blitz. Throws it to Dawson. Touchdown. Dawson Schmidt does the right thing. He hands it off to the official. And that is a 13-yard touchdown pass from Kale Stevenson to Dawson Schmidt. And the Arrows go on top by a 29-0 score. All-out blitz that time, left nobody back to help out. Dawson was wide open for the score. Cade Rumsa for the extra point try. Sets down, kick is up, and it is good. 10:17 to go, third quarter. It is 30-0 Arrows. The Arrows kick off in 30 seconds.
Arriving soon at Dano's Marine, the new 2021 models of Ranger boats powered by Mercury Outboards. Now's the time to pre-order your new 2021 Mercury-powered Ranger aluminum, Ranger pontoons, and Ranger fiberglass boats. Early discounts available. So come see Dano's Marine for your next 2021 Ranger aluminum, Ranger pontoons, and Ranger fiberglass boats. Dano's Marine, South Dakota's only elite Mercury-powered Ranger dealer. West Highway 212 Watertown, online 24/7 at danosmarine.com.
One play, 13 yards for the Arrows in the score after the Ben Altoff interception and return of 20 yards, and the Arrows lead 30-0. Watertown will kick off from the 40-yard line. Cade Rumsa puts the ball down, left hash mark, 40-yard line. Back deep to receive it, Stoney and Swanson. Cade Rumsa will kick it from the 40-yard line. 10:17 to go, third quarter. Arrows on top, 30-0. Rumsa approaches the ball, puts the leg to it, a high, short kick. Fielded at the 20 by Swanson, 25-30, and he'll be brought down at the 30-yard line. Stevens will start 1st and 10 at their 30-yard line. And now it looks like Joe Weber is going to be the new quarterback for Rapid City Stevens. Joe Weber, 6 foot, 200-pound senior. Looks like he will take over. And he will. He lines up in a shotgun formation. He's got 3 receivers to the right side, 1 to the left side. Weber, a big kid at 200 pounds and a senior. Joe Weber awaits the snap, takes the snap, back to pass, flips it out in the flat, got it to his man, makes a nice reception. Gain on the play of about 4 yards. On the catch that time was Julian Scott.
Pass complete to Julian Scott.
A gain on the play to the 33-yard line, so a gain of 3 on that pass reception. Makes it 2nd down and 7 for Stevens. Joe Weber in at quarterback, 6 foot, 200-pound senior. 2nd down and 7 for Stevens at their 33-yard line. 9.5 to go in the third quarter. Arrows lead 30-0. Nelson goes wide left, Trocamoinen wide right, slots either side for Joe Weber. Weber on 2nd down and 7 awaits the snap. Oops, left tackle pulled up too quick, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty against Rapid City Stevens. And they'll step that off inside the 30 to the 28-yard line and bring up a 2nd down and 12. Big Ben Goldie, 6'8", 281 and a junior. You can't miss a big guy like that when he moves. And he moved too quick. 2nd down and 12 for Stevens. Ball at the 28-yard line, their own. 2 receivers either side. Nelson wide left, Trocamoinen wide right. Joe Weber on 2nd and 12. Weber takes the snap, back to pass. Sets his feet, now runs with the ball. He's going to be hit and brought down on the play. Making the stop was Mac Johnson, and it'll be a loss of a couple of more yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and 14 for Rapid City. Joe Weber on the keeper that time was brought down by Mac Johnson. 3rd down and 14 for Stevens. They have the ball back at their 26-yard line. Joe Weber breaks the huddle, sends Nelson. While he's got 4 receivers to the right side. 4 to the right side, running back behind him. Could be a wide receiver screen. Nope, Nelson goes in motion right to left, and then penalty flags fly. And that's going to be a illegal procedure, false start penalty against Stevens and cost them 5 yards. Brings up a 3rd down and 19 now for Stevens. The ball back at their 21-yard line. They've got to get across the 40 for a 1st down.
Brings up a 3rd down and 18.
Stevens in their huddle, 8:25 to go in the 3rd quarter. Arrows leading 30-0. Long time in the huddle for the Stevens Raiders. Now they break it. Nelson goes wide left, Trocamoinen wide right, slots either side. Joe Weber, senior quarterback, in there now. Weber awaits the snap from center. Weber gets the snap back to pass, sets his feet. Now he scrambles. Now he runs left. Now he comes back to the right. Now he's at the 10, 15, runs to the through the ball, got rid of the ball, and that was intended for Julian Scott, but went through his hands, incomplete. And it'll be 4th down, and Stevens will be forced to punt the ball. Good pressure put on up the middle by Connor Wirches for the Watertown Arrows. He was chasing that quarterback around. Devin Miles back to receive the punt. It'll be Stater or Hansen. I can't see if it's 29 or 28 off to my left there. I said Stater earlier, and now Stevens takes a timeout. 30-0 Arrows, 7:52 to go 3rd quarter. We'll come back in 1 minute.
Now, through the month of September, Sharps is continuing employee pricing on all GMC SUVs. You pay what we pay on the 2020 GMC Terrain, Acadia, and Yukon. Be sure to ask about home delivery. They'll deliver your vehicle and the paperwork right to your door. Sharps cares about your safety and the safety of their employees. Stop in today or shop online at sharpgm.com.
You can count on us. Yes, you can.
GMC, we are professional grade.
KWAT Touchdown Sweepstakes is back again this year. Every time the Watertown Arrow football team scores, you could win an $11 Dutch Boy soft cloth car wash. When the Arrows score, you call 886-8444. Register your name. A winner will be drawn at the end of each game. Dutch Boy and KWAT want you to listen and win a free car wash.
Clean up your act. Do it today. Do it the Dutch Boy Car Wash way.
Punt was a good one that time by Stater. It was down by Juven Hudson at the 47-yard line, and Watertown will take over 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line is where Watertown will have it. 7:43 to go 3rd quarter. Arrows leading 30-0. Next week, Watertown travels west to take on Rapid City Central out there. The Arrows line up with 2 receivers to the left, 3 receivers to the right. Empty backfield for Watertown. Cale Stevenson back there, 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage. On 1st and 10, Cale awaits the snap. Cale gets the snap. Cale back to pass, throws it down the right side for Dawson. Did he catch it? Nope. And he went down to the ground hard, and when he hit the ground, the ball came loose. Got his hands on it, but boy, he came down and hit hard on the ground, and the ball popped loose, incomplete. Good coverage out there by Eli Oxner once again. Oxner having the chore of trying to stay with Dawson Schmidt. Arrows line up with 3 receivers right, 2 to the left side once again. 2nd and 10 from the 47-yard line. Cale low snap. He's going to run to the right. He's got running room 50, 45, and he bulls inside the 45 of Stevens to the 44. Looks like it'll bring a 9-yard gain, a whistle. And I'm not sure what the whistle was for.
3rd down and a yard.
a stoppage of play for Dawson Schmidt, I believe, is what they're going to do. Because when Dawson came down hard, I thought he got up a little woozy, and now they'll check him over. So he comes off the field. Looks like he's going to be fine. He's walking away from the medical people. It'll be, they did give him a first down. So 10-yard gain for Kale. 1st and 10 Arrows, 41 of Stevens. 3 receivers right, 2 to the left side. Kale back to pass, sets his feet, runs right. A lot of running room. 40 to the 36-yard line. He ends up getting 7 more yards. Kale now at 90 yards rushing in the ball game. Brings up a 2nd down and 4 or 5 for Watertown for a first down. Kale has 3 receivers right, 2 to the left, takes the snap, sets his feet, throws across the middle, intended there for Mac Young. The ball overshot, incomplete. And it'll be 3rd down and 4 for Watertown. The ball at the 36-yard line.
Mac Young, incomplete, brings up 3rd and short 5.
Juven Hudson back in the ball game. Dawson Schmidt back in the ball game. Trips left, 2 receivers right. Kale with an empty backfield on 3rd down and 4 at the 36 of Rapid City Stevens. Kale awaits the snap from center, 5 yards deep. Gets a good one, sets his feet, throws it down the right side for Dawson. Dives, can't come up with it. Penalty flag flies, though, and that might be a holding penalty. We'll see what the call is going to be. The flag is down at the 15-yard line. And it'll be against Stevens. I didn't see the indication, but it'll be a first down. 10-yard penalty against Rapid City Stevens, so that'll give the Arrows 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Just outside the 25-yard.
6.5 to go here in the 3rd quarter, 30-0 Watertown. It is 1st and 10 Arrows, 26-yard line. 3 receivers left, 2 to the right, empty backfield. Kale awaits the snap, takes it. He'll rush straight up the middle. He gets inside the 25 to the 20 and then gets twisted down right there at the 20-yard line.
Number 24, Kale Stevenson.
Gain of 6 on the carry for Kale Stevenson. And that will bring up a 2nd down and 4 for Watertown, 20-yard line.
Gavin Skinner.
2nd down and 4 for Watertown. Trips right, 2 to the left side. Kale Stevenson takes the snap back to pass. Sets, throws underneath to Dawson, makes the catch. Pulled down around the 14-yard line. Good coverage by Zachary Brunch, but not enough to avoid a first down to Dawson Schmidt. So it'll be 1st and 10, 14-yard line for Watertown. Miles Schmaltz was the man who made the tackle on that play. Offsides against Stevens on this play, and that'll cost them 5 yards. As they lined up offside, it'll be 1st and 5 for Watertown. The ball down around the 9-yard line now. Arrows line up with 2 receivers left, 3 receivers to the right side.
First down and 5.
Kale Stevenson, 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage, empty backfield. Kale looks over the D, awaits the snap from center. Gets a good one. Whoops, he fumbled it. Ball's loose, recovered by Stevens. Kale fumbled that ball as he tried to go back before he got it. Stevens recovered the fumble, and it was 37 recovering that one. Luke Jageris. Luke Jageris with the recovery of the fumble, and it'll be 1st and 10 Stevens at the 15-yard line there, 15. Jageris with that recovery. And let's see, Jed Jensen back in there at quarterback. Sophomore takes the snap. He's going to hand to Uriah Glenn. Nice gain for Glenn. Glenn out to the 25. He'll get 13 yards on the carry. Good gain that time by Uriah Glenn. That'll be 1st and 10, Stevens. The ball out to the 27-yard line. 5:19 to go, third quarter. Arrows leading 30-0. Stevens lines up with 4 receivers to the left side. Jed Jensen behind the quarterback. Jed takes the snap. Jed gives to Uriah Glenn running right. He got around the outside. Good speed. Horse collar maybe. Nope, didn't call it. It'll be a gain of 15 or 16 on the carry for Uriah Glenn as he got around the outside that time. 1st and 10 at the 42 for Rapid City Stevens. Thought maybe they'd get Juven for a horse collar there, but he got the jersey and not the shoulder pads. 1st and 10, Stevens, 42-yard line there, 42. 2 good runs by Uriah Glenn for 29 yards. Caden Nelson comes wide right. Trokomoinen goes wide left. Jed Jensen, sophomore quarterback, has a man in motion. Trokomoinen awaits the snap, takes the snap, fakes the handoff. Oh, Trokomoinen. Jed Jensen threw it too hard. He needed to put some air under that one. They faked the handoff. Trokomoinen went left to right around the outside. Jed Jensen stepped back and zipped the ball. He needed to put that one kind of a rainbow pass so Trokomoinen could run under it down the sideline. Instead, he zipped it, and it went out of bounds. So it'll be 2nd down and 10 for Stevens at their 42. Nelson wide right, Trokomoinen wide to the near side. Jed Jensen on 2nd and 10, has motion with Swanson right to left, back to pass. Got a little pressure, heaves it down the left side, but overshot the intended receiver, and there's going to be a hold on Dylan Gonzer. Going to get called for a hold, or Colin Dingzer, I should say, and that's going to be a holding penalty as he impeded the process, the receiver.
Number 5, Caden
Nelson was going down the left side, and Colin impeded his progress, and that's why he got called for the hold. So it'll be 1st and 10, Stevens at the Arrows' 48-yard line. Nelson comes wide to the near side. 3 receivers to the left side. Jed Jensen on 1st down and 10, 48 of Watertown. Takes the snap, flips it out, got his man, good coverage, good hit. And making the tackle was Mason Cordell. The pass was completed to Julian Scott, but it's actually going to be a loss on the play of 3 yards. And bring up a 2nd down and 13. Under 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Arrows leading 30-0. It is 2nd down and 13 at the 50-yard line. Trokomoinen wide right, slot right is Nelson. 4 receivers to the right side. Jed Jensen awaits the snap, takes it. Jensen going to keep it himself and run right. He's hit and dragged down on the play. And that was linebacker Hunter Wenches who read that play. The loss will be all the way back. Where are they going to put it down? At the 44-yard line. So a 6-yard loss.
Tackled in the backfield by number 3.
And it brings up a 3rd down and about 19 for a 1st down. 3rd down and 19 for Stevens back at the 4-yard line. Stevens has the ball at the 44-yard line. Long time in the huddle again. Nelson comes wide to the near side. Trokomoinen wide to the far side. 2 receivers with him on the left side. Jed Jensen on 3rd and 19. Jensen, low snap, picks it up, sets his feet, now runs to his right, looks downfield, zips it across the middle. Ball tipped around, incomplete. Jensen got hit hard as he threw that ball. Mac Young was in there. Also in on the play was Connor Wirches. Jed Jensen just overshot his intended receiver, and it goes incomplete. It'll be 4th down, and as he threw that ball, he got popped hard. Doing the punting will be Dylan Stater. Back deep is Devin Miles to receive it. Arrows have gotten some pressure on, but haven't gotten to the football. Stater awaits the snap. It's a low one. He'll have time to get the punt away. Does. Nice high punt. Devin Miles, fair catch, takes it at the 27-yard line. First and 10, Watertown, 27-yard line is where they will have the ball. Arrows leading by a score of 30-0 here with 2:23 to go in the third quarter of play. See what the Arrows run offensively. Looks like they're going empty backfield again. New receiver in there is Terrence First in trouble. He's wide to the right side. Nope, they do have a running back, Mac Young, behind the quarterback. First and 10, Arrows, 27, their own. Cale Stevenson awaits the snap. Cale takes it. Back to pass, rolls to his right, looks down the field. Now he's going to run with the ball, turns the corner. He's to the 30, 35, 40, 45 before he's driven out of bounds. That'll be 10. Looks like they're going to put it down. He's driven out of bounds at the 47-yard line, so a 20-yard gain for Cale Stevenson on the carry. And he's over 100 yards rushing in the ball game tonight. Two receivers either side for the Arrows. Running back is Mac Young behind Cale on first and 10. Takes the snap. Mac runs right. He's hit. Gets near midfield, but not quite that far. Brought down on the play by the linebacker, Gavin Skinner.
On the tackle for the Raiders is number 2, Gavin Skinner.
And that's a gain of a couple of yards for Mac Young. Brings up a second down and 8. Arrows go fast. Two receivers either side. Shotgun, Cale back to pass. Flips across the middle to Dawson. A little bit too high, through his hands, incomplete. On the coverage that time was Aiden Unterbrunner. Ball goes incomplete.
Number 19.
So it's third down and 8 for Watertown. The ball at the 49-yard line, their own. They have two receivers right, two receivers left. Cale Stevenson, 5 yards deep, awaits the snap. Cale takes the snap. Cale back to pass, flips it out in the flat to Mac Young. Good move. He's to the 50. Mac's going to get to the 46-yard line, but it'll be short of a first down. And making the stop again was Aiden Unterbrunner. And it'll bring up a fourth down and 3 for Watertown, so a gain of about 5 on that pass completion. And Watertown will punt. Andrew Check back to punt the ball. Back to receive it for Stevens is Carter Doney and also Eli Oxner. Andrew Check awaits the snap from center. Gets a good one this time. Punts away. Fair catch called for and taken for by Oxner. And it'll be first and 10, 20-yard line for Rapid City Stevens. 54 seconds to go here in the third quarter of play, and the Arrows lead by a score of 30-0.
The Raiders will take over first and 10 on their own 20-yard line.
So Rapid City Stevens has the ball, first and 10 at their 20-yard line. Fourth possession of this third quarter. The Arrows leading 30-0. Jed Jensen in there at quarterback, and he sends Nelson wide left, Trocamoinen wide to the right side. 4 down linemen for the Arrows. Jensen takes the snap. He fakes the handoff to the right, and he's hit from behind and sacked. Hunter Wenches back there to make the sack, and the loss will be back to the 11 or 12-yard line. That'll be a loss of 8 on the play and bring up a second and 18. Hunter Wenches got in there. 6'1", 195, and a junior. New lineman in the game. Tavis Driver comes in the ball game. It is second down and 18 for Stevens. Nelson wide left, Trocamoinen wide right. Jed Jensen awaits the snap. Jed takes the snap. Back to pass, sets his feet, throws it out in the flat. Almost caught there on the coverage was Jared Cyrus. The ball off the hands of Caden Nelson, incomplete, brings up a third down, an 18 for Stevens. The ball back at their 12-yard line. 3 seconds to go in the third quarter. Watertown 30, Stevens 0. Looks like Evan Hamry warming up. He may come in at quarterback for Watertown. It is third down and 18 at the 12-yard line of Stevens for Stevens as they break their huddle. And they've really got to hurry now. Jared Jensen has a man in motion, shifts him to the right side. Now he shifts him back to the left side. Jared takes the snap, back to pass, flags fly. Throws it out in the flat, pass complete, receiver on his feet, and he's going to get out across the 21, but it's going to be a penalty against Stevens, so it'll come back. The gain is to the 21, and it'll bring up a fourth down here for Stevens as the arrow, no, it refused that penalty. End of the third quarter, Watertown 30, Stevens 0. We'll come back in 1 minute.
Uptown Cleaners will simplify your life with their dry cleaning and laundry service for shirts, suits, dresses, coats, blankets, bedspreads, comforters, and more. With drive-up-to-the-door convenience and same-day service, along with text or email notification when your items are ready for pickup, Uptown Cleaners really does make life easier for you. Uptown Cleaners, 123 5th Street Southeast on Highway 81. Call 882-4041. Uptown Cleaners, proud supporter of Aero Sports.
Great buys this week at Hy-Vee in Watertown. Sweet corn, 3 for $1. Ground beef, 1 pound, 80-20 roll, $1.98, limit 4. Frito-Lay chips, $1.77, limit 3. Hy-Vee 24-pack purified drinking water, $1.88. All this week at Hy-Vee in Watertown.
Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every eye.
Set to go in the fourth quarter, Arrows 30, Stevens 0. Stater to punt the ball from his 10-yard line in the gravel infield. The ball was tipped, and it is hits the defensive player at the 48. He downs it at the 48-yard line. On the coverage there was Tanner Lunders. That ball was tipped.
Dead at midfield with the Watertown Arrows will take over first and 10.
So Watertown has it first and 10. They're going to spot it right at midfield where it was initially touched by the kicking team at that point, and that's why Watertown will get it there despite the ball being really recovered at the 48, but it was first touched at the 50-yard line. So the Arrows line up with 2 receivers left, 2 to the right side. Evan Hamry in there at quarterback now. Evan 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage, Hudson beside him. Hamry awaits the snap from center. It's a low one. He's going to give it to Hudson. Breaks 1 tackle, gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. Juven Hudson back to the line of scrimmage.
The handoff is to number 8, Juven Hudson.
Evan Hamry in there at quarterback. Evan is 6'3", 195, and a junior for Watertown. The Arrows with some new receivers as Jared Cyrus is wide to the left. Terrence First in trouble wide to the left. Near side for the Arrows is Decker. Evan Hamry awaits the snap. Evan gets the snap back to pass. Throws across the middle, and it is incomplete. Almost intercepted the ball intended for First in trouble. Also in there at a wide receiver for the Arrows now is Trevin Rodden, so he's still in there. Third down and 10 for Watertown from midfield. They have receivers either side. Evan Hamry at quarterback. Evan awaits the snap from center. Blitz coming up the middle. Takes the snap back to pass. Throws it down the right side out here for Rodden. Overshoots him incomplete. Good pressure put on by Joe Weber that time. Goes incomplete, and the Arrows will punt the ball.
Play for the Raiders is number 24, Eli Oxler.
So Watertown's Andrew Check will punt the ball here. And back deep to receive it is Carter Doney, and also back there is Eli Oxner. Punt is away. Oxner going to grab it, 25. He comes to the 30, 35. Caught there, now reverses field. Still on his feet, and he'll be spun down around the 37-yard line.
Return for the Raiders.
So it'll be 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line of Rapid City is where they will put the ball down.
Near their own 35-yard line.
1st and 10 Stevens, 10:50 to go in the game, 30-0 Watertown on top. Stevens breaks huddle. Caden Nelson comes wide to the left side, wide to the far side, Troca-Moynan. 2 receivers to the right with Troca-Moynan. Jed Jensen awaits the snap, takes the snap. He's going to give to Uriah Glenn. Glenn runs right. Glenn caught. Glenn thrown down by Cole Holden. And that'll be a loss of a yard on the play.
Uriah Glenn on the carry for the Raiders.
Cole Holden, the man who got out there to make the stop. Brings up a 2nd down and 11. So it'll be 2nd and 11 for Rapid City Stevens. The ball back at their 24-yard line. Troca-Moynan comes to the left side. Caden Nelson wide to the right side. 2 slots left as well. Jed Jensen shotgun. Takes the snap. Sets. He's hit and sacked. Getting in on the play was Connor Wirches. And that loss is all the way back to the 26-yard line. And that'll be a loss on the play of 5 more on the sack and bring up a 3rd down and 17 as Wenches gets in there to make the sack. So 3rd down and 17 now for Rapid City Stevens. The ball inside their 30 at the 29-yard line. They've got to get it to the 46. Nelson left, Troca-Moynan right. 2 slots to the left side with Nelson. Running back behind the quarterback, Jed Jensen. Jensen takes the snap back to pass. Sets his feet, drifts off to the left. Looks downfield, threw it behind his intended receiver, Julian Scott. And that's a hard throw for an experienced quarterback, and Jed Jensen's just a sophomore. But that's a hard throw for any quarterback running to your left and trying to throw across to your body, and he just threw it behind his intended receiver. Juven Hudson drops back to receive Stater's punt. Stater stands around his 16-yard line. Staden gets a good snap. Punt is the way. Nice booming punt. Hudson not going to take a fair catch. He dives for the ball and hangs on to it at the 36-yard line. He did not call for a fair catch. It'll be 1st and 10 Watertown at the 36-yard line. Juven just a 9th grader, but boy, he's a physical kid. So Watertown has it 1st and 10, 36-yard line. 9:04 to go in the game. Arrows 30, Stevens 0. In there at quarterback for Watertown is Evan Hamry now. 2nd time Evan's been in there at quarterback, or 2nd drive for Evan. Evan awaits the snap. Whoops. Juven Hudson moved before the snap of the ball, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty against Watertown. And bring up a 1st and 15 back at the 31-yard line. Reese Stark on the sideline with his left arm in a sling. He made a catch early in the game, but since that time now I didn't see him, and that's why. So it's 1st and 15 at the 31-yard line for Watertown. Evan Hamry awaits the snap from center. Evan takes the snap, gives to Hudson. He's to the 35, caught from behind. Still on his feet, 40, 45, and brought down by Eli Oxner. But that's a gain of 16 yards for that young freshman as they couldn't bring him down, and Juven Hudson got 16 yards on the carry. So it'll be 1st and 10 Watertown at the 48-yard line, their own. Evan Hamry looks to the sideline to get the play. He turns and tells Juven what it is. 2 receivers either way for Evan on 1st down and 10 at the 48-yard line. Evan awaits the snap. Evan takes the snap. Juven runs left. Big hole, 50, 45, still on his feet. Pulls to the 45 of Stevens. It's a gain of 6 on the carry for Juven Hudson. That's a young man who has a bright future in football. Juven is 5'11", 165, and a 9th grader. He's got really good speed. He's got really good balance. He's hard to bring down. And he got 8 yards on that carry. So it'll be 2nd down and 2 for Watertown, 45 of Stevens. Hamry awaits the snap from center. Hamry gets the snap. He's going to give to Juven running right. Juven inside the 45 to the 43.
Number 8, Juven Hudson again on the carry. A gain of a couple of yards.
Bringing him down on the play that time was the linebacker Luke Cholis. Gain of a yard for Juven, and that'll bring up a 3rd down and 1 for the Watertown Arrows.
3rd down and a yard for the Arrows.
Clock running, 7:15 to go in the game. Arrows lead 30-0. 3rd down and 1 for Watertown. Hamry has Juven Hudson behind him. Evan awaits the snap from center. Blitz coming up the middle. Evan takes the snap, gives to Juven, but no chance for Juven that time, as the blitzing linebacker Luke Cholis was in there before the ball was snapped almost. Also in on the play that time was Zachary Brunch. Also in on the play for Stevens that time, as there were 3 guys on Juven, was Jevin McNabb, and that'll be a loss of 5 on the play. So the Arrows will punt the ball as Andrew Check will punt for the Watertown Arrows. Stoney and Oxner back to receive Andrew Check's punt. 6:15 to go in the game. Arrows 30, Stevens 0. Low snap picked up nicely by Check. Line drive punt. Fair catch called for and taken. Can't run if you call a fair catch. Eli Oxner called a fair catch. Fumbled the ball, picked it up, and started to run, but it's down at the 19-yard line. So it's 1st and 10. Stevens at their 19-yard line is where they start.
1st and 10 on their own 19-yard line.
6:03 to go in the game. Arrows leading by a score of 30-0. Make the long trip out west tomorrow or next week for a game with Rapid City Central. Jed Jensen has 2 receivers either side. Behind him is Uriah Glenn. Back to pass, sets his feet, now runs to his right, throws it out in the flat, overshoots his man, and that was Julian Scott there. It goes incomplete. Had he gotten that ball in Julian's hands, Julian had a long way to run with that football, but it was just a little bit too high. Arrows substituting liberally here now. They got 4, 6, 8. Yep, they got 11 guys. Clock stopped at 5:56 to go in the game, and the Arrows leading 30-0. Jed Jensen in the huddle got the play from the sideline. And he sends Trocamoinen wide to the right side. All his receivers, 4 receivers to the right side. Jed Jensen awaits the snap, takes it. He's going to give to Uriah Glenn running left. Glenn with some nice running room. He's to the 30, still on his feet, and then pushed out of bounds on the play by Jared Cyrus, but not before the gain was out to the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 16 on the carry for Uriah Glenn, and it'll be 1st and 10 Stevens at the 35-yard line. 5:47 to go in the game. Arrows 30, Stevens 0. Trocamoinen wide right. Caden Nelson wide left. 1st and 10, Stevens at the 35-yard line. Jed Jensen back to pass. Sets his feet. Heaves it down the right side. Wide open receiver, Trocamoinen. He's going to take it in for the score. And that will go in the books as a, 64-yard touchdown pass from Jed Jensen to Trocamoinen. And Stevens gets on the board with 5:33 to go in the game. That's a 3-play, 81-yard drive. And Trocamoinen was wide open as he got behind the defense. Jed Jensen laid it in there nicely, and Trocamoinen didn't have anybody within 15 yards of him, and he could just trot it into the end zone. Stevens Kurtenbach will try to tack on a point after here. 5:33 to go. And it is 30-6 in favor of Watertown. Stevens was short one player. He gets into the line, and now Kurtenbach will try to tack on a point after here. Snap's good, sets down, kick is up, and it is through the uprights. 5:33 to go. Arrows 30, Stevens 7. We'll come back in 30 seconds.
Hi, this is Christine from the Blossom Shop, and I'm inviting you down for our 7-year anniversary celebration. Stop on down Wednesday, September 16th for senior night, 4 to 7, and come in Thursday, September 17th from 10 to 7. Everybody's welcome. There will be prizes, giveaway, and cake. The Blossom Shop, 115 East Kemp.
That is a 3-play, 81-yard drive by Stevens, and it was a 64-yard touchdown pass from Jed Jensen to Alex Trocamoinen. And it is a 30-7 ball game. The Arrows not anticipating an onside kick here as they have everybody kind of back deep. I thought maybe they'd have everybody up at the line of scrimmage because you would guess Stevens is going to do an onside kick here. But instead they have Hudson and Miles back deep.
Back deep for the Arrows, number 2, Devin Miles, and number...
They do shift Jake Roble over here to the right side, and that would be the direction the onside kick would come if it does come. Kurtenbach has the ball squarely in the middle of the field on the 40-yard line, and he approaches the ball. He's going to kick it, a pooch kick. It's a free ball. Jared Cyrus, good job of falling on it at the 38-yard line. Jared played that very well, and it'll be 1st and 10 Watertown at the 38-yard line. That was just kind of a pooch kick, a chip shot. And it hit the ground, and Cyrus fell on it. Arrows have it 1st and 10, 38. 5.5 to go in the ball game. 30-7 in favor of Watertown. Arrows break the huddle with Evan Hamry at quarterback. He's got Cyrus and First in Trouble wide to the left side. Decker and Rodden wide to the right side. Running back behind the quarterback this time. I got to see who it is. I'm not sure. Evan Hamry awaits the snap, takes the snap. He turns. He's going to run with the ball up the middle. He ran into his own man, still on his feet. Good run by Evan Hamry as he got 7 yards on the carry.
Hamry on the carry is going to gain 7 yards.
So it'll be 2nd down and 3 for Watertown.
Tackle for the Raiders, number 21, Tanner Lunders.
Paul Voku is in the backfield now, 6'3", 195, and a junior. And I hope, if I'm not saying that name right, I apologize. That's not one I checked on before the game started. Anyhow, Evan Hamry has it 2nd down and 3. Evan awaits the snap from center, takes it. He's back to pass, flips it out in the flat. Got it to First in Trouble. First in Trouble gets a gain of about 4 yards and very close to a first down.
Gain of a couple of yards on the play.
It'll be 3rd down and about a yard for a first down. It was a gain of 2 to First in Trouble. Terrence is 6', 165, and a junior. 4:20 to go in the game. Arrows 30, Stevens 7. 3rd down and 1 for Watertown. Evan Hamry has 2 receivers either side as he awaits the long snap from center. And he gets it. He fakes the handoff, pulls it out. He'll get the first down and more. Evan going to get down to the 46-yard line. Gain of 7 on the carry for Evan Hamry. And that'll be a first down for the Watertown Arrows, and they'll be able to run some more time off the clock. So Watertown lines up 1st and 10, and they have the ball now in Stevens territory at the 47-yard line. 3.5 to go in the game. Arrows leading by a score of 30-7. Hamry, shotgun formation, watches the back judge, puts his arm up in the air, and when he starts the count, Evan will start the call to take the snap. Evan gets the snap. He'll give to Voku running right. He's got running room, puts his head down inside the 40 to the 39-yard line.
Number 42, Paul Vashu on the carry for the Arrows.
Vashu on the carry gets it down to the 39, and I apologize. I did not check on that name before the game, and Mr. Kranz would know better than I do, so we'll go with his pronunciation of Paul Vashu. At any rate, nice gain by Paul. It'll be 2nd down and 2. 2nd and 2 for the Arrows. Evan Hamry watches that back judge again, and when he starts the count, Evan will start his call. And there's 1, and there's 2. Evan takes the snap, flip out in the flat. Was intended for First in Trouble, but it was incomplete. 2:26 to go in the game. Arrows leading 30-7. It'll be 3rd down and 2 for Watertown. Joe Decker comes out of the game, and to replace him is Gavin Mooney. The Arrows line up in that same formation, 2 receivers either side. Running back behind the quarterback, Evan Hamry. On 3rd down and 2. Evan awaits that snap from center. Clock not running, so no reason to take a lot of time here. He'll take the snap. He'll keep it himself, try to get the first down, stays on his feet, and he's going to get very close. I think he did get the first down. Good hard run by Evan Hamry as he got it down to the 36-yard line, and that should be enough for a first down. So it'll be 1st and 10, Watertown, 36-yard line. And Watertown will be able to snap the ball here a few times as there is 2 minutes to go in the game. So they get to the line of scrimmage. Evan Hamry will line up in that shotgun formation. Big tackle on the right side, stands up, and now he gets down in his stance. Evan awaits the snap from center. And close to a penalty, snap the ball. He did just in the nick of time. Hand off. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd on 10. So it'll be 2nd down and 10 for Watertown. Clock down to 1:18 to go in the game.
41, Luke Jakowicz making a tackle for the Raiders.
So we're down to 1:07 to go in the game. Arrow's going to take as much time as possible on each snap now. Hamry lines up with two receivers either side, and he waits that shotgun snap about 6 yards behind the center. Snap is good. He flips it out in the flat. Got his man Mooney. Mooney down the right side as Mooney gets about 4 yards on the catch there. Gain of 4. Brings up a 2nd down and 6 with 40 seconds remaining in the ball game. Went out of bounds, and now the Arrows will... Well, they're going to line up same formation, 2 receivers either side. But maybe they'd line up under center and take a snap there. And now they're going to line up with Mooney beside the quarterback, also first in trouble beside the quarterback. Evan Hamry will take the snap, awaits the snap, takes the snap, and goes down on one knee. So it's not the same victory formation that you normally see. Instead, it was a shotgun formation. So that's going to do it in the ball game, as the Arrows do not have to snap the ball again. Watertown wins here tonight 30-7 over the Stevens Raiders. You're listening to the Arrows from the Watertown Stadium. Let's take a 3-minute timeout.
The Watertown Arrows are going to defeat the Rapids.
Oh, honey, everything okay?
Oh, yeah. Oh, better than okay. You should have seen it. Stopped for gas, then I saw it. Hunting, fishing, deli, snacks, coffee, and I ate, and it was like they had everything I wanted.
Slow down, cowboy. Where is this place?
Oh, come on, I'll show you. It's amazing.
Lake Stop 20 has just about everything you need. Fuel, snacks, beverages, even breakfast made with real fresh eggs. Lake Stop 20, located on Highway 20 in Watertown.
High school athletics is a huge part of a community. I'm Dr. Ross Schulte, and the team at Family Dental Center would like to recognize and thank the athletes for their hard work and dedication.
And I'm Dr. Amy Schulte. The team at Watertown Family Eye Care is